dare clap. I don't want any. I don't want to make this easier. I want to make it as hard as possible so I can show people my skills at syncing audio and video because I'm really damn good at it now.
All right.
He's a
So
professional.
if you clap, so help me, I'll end you. Don't you do it?
I'm gonna do
Don't
it.
you do it? Don't you do it? No, but
Can we
seriously,
air
clap for
five
me.
to the screen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just slap.
People are probably so confused if they're watching this.
Yeah, like what? Well, we already lost one. We had 4, and now we're down to 3 because one of our Patreon members or the people that are watching this immediately were like, "Nope, this is not." This is not what I want.
Yeah, we
I'm
just
out.
got a subscription cancellation.
Yeah,
Out of the basement. I'm out.
I'm out. This is not what I want. Well, welcome to you Patreon people watching this now. This is your time for us to be here. We have 3 people watching according to my thing. Actually, one of those people might be me.
So
Oh
there's at
yeah,
least
there we
2.
go. So I think one of those people is me. I just closed out the window, so there might only be 2.
How
Either
many?
way.
How many band member tiers do we have now? 7, or
I have no idea. I have no idea, man. I don't know.
Live
You're the one that you're the person that's supposed to do that
Hey,
stuff.
Gamer Zone.
The Gamer
know
Zone
him.
is hanging out with us right now live.
what's up,
chatting.
fella?
What's
Sick.
up?
Hi, guys.
So
Appreciate the Patreon support. Shout out.
yeah, absolutely. And just a reminder to not that I should remind the Patreon people watching because they're already supporting us on Patreon, but if we get 19 more Patreon supporters from any tier, we're gonna do another giveaway. We'll hit the big 50 and we'll do that giveaway. We'll get that good stuff.
I like that.
Right? Yeah.
I like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we are benevolent toy daddies, if you will.
I like benevolenttoydaddies.com.
Yeah, that,
I'm
That's our
actually gonna
next
go
podcast.
register that. Yeah, I'm gonna go register that.
I guess whenever the 4 of us decide to do a single podcast, that's going to be the name of it.
That'll be a
Benevolent
toy
Toy
daddies.
Daddies. That's so awkward.
Chill Squad.
Oh, Sean's here. I let Sean have a link because Sean's great and he's like an unofficial member
awesome.
of our team. Sean, hey, maybe you could fix this real quick. We had to not use it because they're only using one and it threw off the background.
We're in person. We're together.
They threw us
ruined
a
it.
curveball. So they ruined your background, and then you can blame them if that's a thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's also going to be our guest next episode.
That's true. He is
Ooh,
absolutely going to be our next. It's going to be. He's 8 hours ahead. So it's 5 o'clock here. So that's like 2 in the morning. Is it 3 in the morning? What is that?
Very late.
It's
Very
either very late or very early. So
Yeah.
no, I think it's like
Maybe-
1 in the morning. Yeah.
Maybe we can do.
He's gonna do it. Give me 5. He's gonna do it. I like. That's
So
why.
that-
That's why we're doing this. He's a good guy.
So that means we got to extend the Patreon intro, or we're going to go into the show.
Oh
and then
yeah,
wait
no,
for-
we're just. This is all part of the Patreon intro. We're good.
Okay.
We can
okay.
make this take as long as we need to.
This is the OP.
It's 1 a.m. He says.
Yes.
So if we record at like 6 my time,
Yeah.
that'll be
in the
11
morning.
his time. I feel like that's
Oh, I see what you mean.
for next.
Oh, yeah,
'cause it'll be
I see
2
what you
hours
mean. I see
behind
what you
that.
mean.
Here.
Yeah.
So,
We can do it a little earlier for him. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll
Paragon
work.
Fuzz is here. It's 1 in the
Shout
morning
out.
for him too, so I'm assuming he's also in England. I know they're 8 hours ahead because I had my honeymoon in England and I had to like constantly math out. Okay, it's 4 o'clock now. What time is it? So I'm not a jerk if I text my friends, whatever. Because I'm seeing like Star Wars stuff and Marvel stuff being where they film places, and I want to send them all these pictures of things I've seen, but I realize that it's like 4 in the morning for them, and like that's not a cool thing to do. Anyways,
Yeah. My dad's over in London right now, so every time I wake
Yeah.
up, I have like 18 Snapchats. So I'm just able to watch them when I, sit down in my cube at work. But
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Well,
we're chilling. We're chilling in person.
And
Yeah, I like
man,
this.
thank
I like
you. Thank you for being here. I love that you guys are here, especially because we recently dethroned you as our number one listened to episode.
I'm a
So
little upset by that.
I feel like we needed to get you back on for like a do-over.
Yeah, who was it?
It was
What was
nobody. It was just
It was
me
a
and Zach.
celebration. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a celebration reveals.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, that is the highest viewed Out of the Basement live stream is the one that I did with Zach. That was
Hey,
covering the celebration
go.
reveals. Temporary
People just
co-host
wanted
to
those.
figure it
Yeah.
out.
People just wanted those celebration reveals, man. That's
Right.
all
There's
they
a
cared
lot.
about.
There's
There's a lot.
tons.
There was a lot there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for joining us. We like. I tolerate having you on, and Zach really likes having you on.
Well, I appreciate you, Zach. You know.
Yeah, thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
I was also thinking that we should have a Patreon tier for like $100 a month that they get access to our group chat.
We could add them into our text
Yeah,
chat.
I don't know about that. I don't know about all that.
Here's the problem with that
That
because
shit gets crazy.
we're all on iPhone, and if we add anyone to our group chat that's non-iPhone, we have to start a whole new group chat because you can't add SMS to iMessage.
Hmm.
Well,
Because I had that
Mhm.
problem. I've had that problem at work where like I had group threads going on and we had to like redo everything because some new person had a stupid Android.
yeah. Who's next to join our group chat? Luke?
Maybe.
Nerdzoic.
Yeah.
Landspeeder?
Yeah, Nerdzoic. That's it. That's a cool guy right there.
Yep.
He's cool. He's so cool.
Yeah, he's joining.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Group chat
Oh,
is too
man.
spicy for.
It's
for
a
this
spicy
live stream.
chat. It's a spicy chat. If
is
you
a
guys
very
could only
spicy
see the
chat.
stuff that we chat to each other.
Yeah, mostly Patreon members. We just talk about a lot of idiots in comments. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
specifically people who are like, "Why did they center Reva on the mural?" Like, how do you not realize this is 9 figures, but it's cut in half for Instagram?
I
And you
just straight up
swipe.
called that guy dumb, and he's like, "No."
I wonder if that person also complained about like, I don't know, like if Din Djarin wasn't the like absolute middle of the Mando mural. It's like you
Right,
would
dude.
never gave
Yeah.
that a thought. But if
Number
it's Reva-
one, do you know how murals work? Number two, you know how middle works. Like anytime you add something at the end, the middle is going to change. Like
yeah.
what the hell? Yeah.
New backdrop. New backdrop
Oh,
email.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got it coming.
It's like that person didn't realize Kenobi is literally number 1 and Vader is number 2. Like,
No,
it's-
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
no, he just wants to be mad. Let him be mad.
Let me be mad.
What a
Jeez.
guy. You know what's funny? I
thank
accidentally liked one of his comments calling you a calling Mike thing, and I didn't realize it till like half an hour later. I was like, "Oh shit!" I accidentally liked this guy's comment against going like attacking Mike, so I unliked it and then liked Mike's comment. Oh, look at that! That is spicy.
Sean to the rescue, rescuing our background.
That
He
is-
Look at that.
He's the man.
Wow.
That's a
He's the
sexy
best.
background. I like that.
Sean,
What's-
I think-
what's number 23 in the Black Series? Red
Oh,
Box.
we didn't. We
Oh,
actually
nice.
haven't even been doing this because the only people that care are the people that come on. So action figure 411 to the rescue. Let's find out here.
Bro,
Visual price guide.
Can you
Yeah.
believe that Jar Jar Binks is in the middle of the Phantom Menace mural?
He's also the beginning and the
Wow.
end of it.
Wow.
Are
It
you
all starts
really
and ends with
Hasbro?
him.
Jar Jar's the Alpha and Omega.
They got woke Jar Jar now. You kidding me?
Woke Jar Jar.
21 is Luke Skywalker.
Which
Which
one?
one?
That's 22. 23. 23 is Captain Cassian Andor.
Woo!
That's
Congrats,
so fitting.
fellas.
That's so fitting.
did
That's
it.
during the
You
Dark
did it.
Ages. The
That is,
Dark
we're smack dab into those dark ages for
Yeah.
sure.
One of the greatest peg warmers of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. It doesn't get much more peg warmery than that.
And,
Jin.
and really just not a great figure, honestly.
No, it's just not. No, I wanted to like it, but like, why? Hey, Lance Peter Luke is here.
You know, that's a good
Yo.
topic I kind of want to talk about on a show one day, and maybe Out of the Basement we'll do it. Like the
Why-
best
why
peg
would-
warmers of all time. Like that's a
Well,
good
like,
one.
why
Like,
would
General
they
Lando.
Yeah. No kidding.
And that's a travesty because he deserves to not be a peg warmer. I don't get it.
Absolutely. Great figure.
Great figure. But like, why did they do regular Jin, but then Iadu Cassian Andor as the Cassian Andor? Like why?
Yeah,
That doesn't make any sense.
because they stranded the other Cassian in that Target
The
exclusive
3-pack.
3-pack.
Yeah.
Right. So
Like
you had
the
to buy
main
another
costume.
Jin.
Yeah.
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 Clever move, Hasbro.
And I bought the 3-pack specifically for the pauldron with the.
Oh, yeah.
the-
Oh yeah, we all
The
did.
Death Trooper
Yeah.
specialist.
We got that when it
I
was
still
like,
have that one. Yep.
it was like $20 on Amazon for the
Yep.
longest time.
Yep.
That's when I got mine. And I opened it, took the Death Trooper out, slid the figures back in the box, and put it in storage.
Literally.
Oh
same.
come on, that Cassian's great. It was in my, I think it was in my top figure of 2016. Not my top figure, but it was in the list. Of
Like
top figures of
2016, it's
2016.
like I'm trying to think of what you would have to choose from.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if I can recreate. This is great content right here. Let's see if I can recreate my 2016. The Order
I don't even
66
know.
pack was in there, but it was
Ooh.
I put it in
That's a
one
good one.
spot. I put it in one spot because I wasn't
Yeah.
going to take up 4 spots for what's essentially one figure with different colors. Kanan Jarrus was in there for sure.
Yep.
I think
Not bad.
Elo Asti was in there.
We are so spoiled now. That's what I'm thinking. Just listening to
Definitely.
this list, like we are so spoiled now.
Dude, I'm
Like-
literally like a
no-
broken record.
No,
on
no. Now is the dark
Yeah.
time.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, Sabine Wren was in there. Was in my
Mm.
top for sure. I think Darth Revan was in my top.
Yeah, he's a good figure.
Yep.
That's like
I can't remember what my number 1 figure that year was.
Travis,
though.
shout out. Appreciate
Yeah.
you joining.
Travis.
Luke.
Yeah, so welcome everyone. I think we did have some kind of topic to go over though, because Zach and I were on Out of the Basement. We kicked Nate out.
Mhm.
We said Nate, thank you.
Yeah, we were invited
Yeah,
on,
we
and
were,
we said
yeah.
as long as Nate's not there, we'll gladly.
Our one
we'll
caveat
gladly
was
consider it.
no Nate. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
That's the new
Replace
thing.
with Lance Peter Luke.
Yeah.
'cause he
But
don't come with us.
on there, we made a fun list with Lance Peter Luke over figures we wanted to see either redone or new figures in the Black Series, and that was a fun time. By the way, Nate, how was your birthday? Was it good? Did you have a
Oh,
good
yeah.
birthday?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Do you
This week-
feel slightly older now?
Yeah, I'm 29. I'm ready for retirement next year. I'm
Yeah,
looking forward
yeah.
to it. So I'm gonna cut things short.
Head down to
Uh,
Florida.
Yeah, gonna soak up the sun, get my foot
Right.
bit off by an alligator, perhaps. But
Elevator.
no,
Oh,
yeah,
badass.
the whole like last week of June, like half of my family has a birthday in the same week, and it starts with me, and then it's like my brother, my mom, my nephew, my cousin. So I've just been super busy. That's why I had to miss the live stream. I was pretty bummed though. But I'm happy to be here today.
No,
You were
excuse.
in
Am I right?
chat though. Like you were
Yeah,
in
you were,
yeah,
there.
I
You
was-
were with us.
Because I was
He
I
sent a
was
super chat to himself.
yeah. I was trying to get the train rolling. No one
Ah,
around.
The train did get rolling after that.
yeah, it did.
A
No,
necessary
it
sacrifice.
was was it $5 well spent or whatever?
Yeah, YouTube can have their
30%.
yeah, whatever. They're $2 or something. That's fine.
Yeah, my wife actually, she asked me, she's like, should I join your Patreon? And I was like no.
Yes.
Like it would it helps for like the number look, but you know, like another person in there, but like
right. You're essentially
just-
just giving Patreon some money.
exactly. Exactly.
Hey, Lucy bought some
Yeah.
merch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I actually do plan on picking up that Cassian when eventually he goes back on sale, the photoreal update.
The photoreal one, yeah.
Oh, they're everywhere at GameStop.
I ended up with half of the Rogue One crew again, so I figured I'm this deep, I might as well just complete the team.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's a
for
sunk
sure.
cost fallacy at that point.
Yeah, because I'm only missing Jin and Cassian at this point. I bought everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
The two
Nate,
most
old
boring ones,
figures?
yeah.
Yeah, old figures.
Old figure. Well, they are. They're from 2016.
True,
they just
but
have snazzy face updates.
And they have some really great head sculpts though, because
They do.
even back then, some head sculpts were pretty hit or miss, like in terms of the actual sculpting. And I think most of the Rogue One figures are actually like, they do just benefit from the photoreal update. Like they genuinely all look pretty good with just a photoreal update.
Well, same thing with, I think the most notorious face is the Poe Dameron pilot face. And but the sculpt is actually there on that. I've seen people repaint just that head and it looks great.
Yeah.
And it literally is just the paint letting it down, but it lets it down super hard. Yeah.
It's so bad. Those early red and black box figures.
Yeah. It was a dark time for the series.
Yeah.
But for sure.
Dude, not enough people know that. Not enough people know what the line
We're spoiled
used
now.
to be.
They're all a bunch of Johnny come latelys, which is fine. Like everyone starts.
Right. They're pandemic collectors, 2020. And ironically, like 2020 is the first like year of what I would call the golden age.
Yeah.
And we are still in the golden age.
100%.
It's like I sound like a broken record on our channel because I'm always bringing up like just a few years ago we had nothing but sequel trilogy and Rogue One.
Yeah.
2016, 2017.
And it wasn't even that they were sequel trilogy, but they just looked terrible because they were doing that weird face thing where they didn't put any paint on it other than like the lips and the eyes.
Yeah, like
so
the
you got
Rey
this weird
figures.
Yeah, you got this weird
Just
soft
white.
focus.
Yeah.
Like it looked like it got taken at one of those photo places at the mall. Glamour shots or whatever.
Right. Yeah, they all had Snapchat filters on back then.
Exactly. Yeah.
Luke is saying it's weird because 2020 feels like when people were crankiest about the Black Series. That's why it makes no sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
That's why I keep saying it every week. Can't Kill Chewie just had a good video kind of like going through the dark ages.
Yeah.
It's like people should watch that and understand what it used to be, son.
Yeah.
You kids are spoiled now.
I literally left collecting Black Series for a while. So like the photo reel like pulled me back in, That's just how like great, like it was so rough with every figure looking like, and it was like we didn't even know any better, with a $20 action figure. But like if you took me now and put me back then, it's like, am I gonna buy this? Like if they released like that Poe Dameron now, they would be scolded. But back then I was like, all right, I'll buy it. I mean, it's not great, but it's Poe Dameron.
We didn't have anything better at that point.
Yeah,
it was that's just how the line was.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Bunch of
Expectations have been risen and then people have gone past it.
Zach, look what I've got on standby.
No
bro.
way.
No way. Look at you guys.
That's so sick.
You got your
Mike, what are we gonna pull out? That's the same. We got to pull something out right now.
I was like, that looks like an A&W cream soda.
Do you have $1? I have $1.
No.
Here,
no.
Do you have
what about an unpunched Darth Malgus?
Dude, you're gonna offend Zach bringing that.
Do you have a phone?
Get that shit off
No,
my screen right now.
this is 6-inch. This is 6-inch. I'm just a giant.
All right, I'll admit that's cool, but the second somebody comes on my show and shows me a TVC Darth Vader with extra hands, they're never coming back on again.
Luke, Lance Peter, Luke, do you have an iPhone? If you have an iPhone, you can be part of our group chat. I'm making that call right now.
iPhones only.
iPhones only.
iPhonegang.com.
iPhone gang. That's right. Cool. Well, I feel like we've had a pretty good conversation for our Patreon,
right?
gang. Yeah. We're still. We haven't even started the episode proper.
You haven't even gone gunga.
No. This is pre Gungas. Lance Peter, Luke. I also shoot my videos using my iPhone.
Yep.
And I have since day one. It's the best camera you can really have.
Dude, real camera supremacy. Yeah. Real camera supremacy.
Except for
I have.
Like,
sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say some like people when we like tell them like I shoot all my reviews on an iPhone, they're like genuinely shocked, and it's like really that's all you need to get going.
iPhone, it really is. Yeah,
and a microphone.
That's it.
Yeah.
I have a really nice camera. I've got a mirrorless that I use for work for shooting 4K video for work and stuff. But like for my own reviews, it's just too much work. I can just pop my phone right there, boom, done, easy.
Yeah, I'm like the odd one. I use an actual like DSLR, but I prefer to have like a separate device. Like I don't like using my phone and then plugging it into the computer and like trying to find like the file and dragging.
Oh, I just use iCloud. Just brings everything over.
Get that nice SD card.
I'm a full on Apple consumer whore.
Yeah. And I don't know,
$500 Apple headphones. I'm looking at a 27-inch Apple monitor. Like,
yeah, just like filming stuff. It's like I need to like Google something real quick. It's nice just to have like that separate device.
That's why I have my iPad, which is also
what we got a shill here. We got an Apple shill here.
Hey, I worked for Apple for 14 years, man. Of course, all my shit's Apple. It was the cheapest thing I could get because of my discount.
And we were all just talking about iPhone supremacy, and I'm
right? Yeah, exactly. Let's be like AirDrop gang right there. AirDrop. It's so much easier just to AirDrop shit. So
AirDrop will get you in trouble though.
It can. Well, got that one guy on the airplane in trouble.
On the airplane,
he airdropped his dick to like everyone on the plane, and
not realizing that children have iPhones also.
I think he's gonna have to get registered as a sex offender. And stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, you can't just send your dick to hundreds of people.
Not legally. Yep. This has been your
I guess hypothetically you could. You know,
this has been your real news segment.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I have a headphone jack.
I don't. Who needs a headphone jack? Why do you want your head tethered to your phone? Like it's 2022, man. It's the current.
Yeah, but look at Out of the Basement. Their heads are tethered together.
Yeah, and if they had wireless ones, they could just have popped one over. I'm just saying.
No aux gang.
No aux gang. Yeah.
Yeah.
No aux gang right there. Don't get those holes out of here. Get those holes. Get some real big boy Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, some Bluetooth headphones. I just finally got some AirPods, but I used cheap Bluetooth headphones for the longest time.
Yep.
Get this cord out of my face.
Yeah. We're kidding, Paragon. We're kidding, man. You're good.
Yeah.
We don't really hate. We're teasing. We love everybody. Unless you collect vintage collection, then you get the F out of here. Just get out.
Nate.
That's why we didn't want. That's why we didn't want Nate.
Yeah, we got to keep the TVC hate on the low this episode.
I don't know.
No, it's good.
It's all 6-inch. I'm just a giant.
Right. Okay.
That's I was starting to melt for a second.
That's
but then now you
vintage.
Okay. That's helpful.
No, those
helpful.
aren't vintage.
All right.
Vintage.
Mike, you ready to get us started going on the show?
No.
Yes.
Do I have to?
Yep.
I'm just doing it on my own.
Are you a Nailing Cheel or are you a Figuring Dan?
I'm Figuring Cheel.
Fiery figuring.
Well, I guess you're figuring because you actually play the sax, right?
I do play the saxophone.
Figuring is a woodwind.
I play clarinet, which looks more like what he actually plays. So
Nail and chill. That's more, percussion.
Yeah,
he's on the kick.
Nail and chill. That's good, Lance Peter Luke. Welcome to Black Series Cantina, episode 23. Justin just saluted you on an audio podcast. So that's the level of commitment that we're bringing to you today. You're right.
And we'll get there. Myself.
I love you. You're great. This is the Black Series podcast. So if you're here for Black Series news and hot takes, we're here for it. But if you are coming at us with that tiny 3.7-inch, 7.5-inch, nonsense, you just
kick the curb.
You keep on walking. You go. Anyways, I'm Mike. And with me, I have
Zach, as always, and we're joined by the Out of the Basement crew, Nate, Justin.
What's up, guys?
There you go. Guys? Everyone's here, and then also listening. Actually listening live and chatting. We have our Cantina Alien members from Patreon here live with us in the studio audience. Hey. So we got Lance Peter Luke. We got Paragon Fuzz. We got Sean, our graphics artist guy. We got the Gamer Zone 24, who I don't know their their
actual name, but
the Patreon name, but
Patreon
you know
name.
they're here. And then we also got Travis Elliott. So if you want to join us, if you want to chat with us, you can head over our Patreon, join that Cantina Alien tier, and then you can chat with us too while we live stream. And if you don't want to, at the Cantina Patreon, or is it
Alien.
Cantina Alien, that's it. You can
You get the
watch
video.
these live. So you get to see us. You get to see my goofy faces while we talk and all my hand movements that I do because I'm an Italian. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, we have the boys on from Out of the Basement because they previously had our highest listened to episode until we recorded an episode that was more higher listened to than that. So we wanted to bring them on.
Let's break
to
it.
see if we could break that record.
We're coming back. We just hit
Yeah.
10K, so we're on fire.
Yeah, congrats on
Yeah.
that 10K, guys.
Thank you.
I remember when I hit 10K.
Yep.
It feels good. It feels real good to hit that 10K that you earned honestly without the help of any services. You just made your videos and plugged it, and people saw it and subscribed.
Yeah, that's
Right?
true.
Yep. Good job out of the
It
basement.
feels
Nothing
so
but hard
good
work
when
and
you
grind.
nothing but effort and hard work. Absolutely.
Yep.
I will honestly say we never ever did sub for sub or anything like that.
Yes,
And it
yeah.
feels good.
No
feels
paid
real
marketing
good. Yeah.
subscriptions, no
Nope.
bots,
No.
no editors, nobody writes our scripts, nothing.
No.
none
All
of
right,
that.
what do you got
All
for fine
just
editions?
Side hustle.
Just no, it's great. It feels good when you kind of done it your own. So like I said, I've been there before. Did the same thing. It's always like, hey man, sub for sub. Like no, because you're not interacting with my channel if you're sub for sub. You're just subbing to get a number. Like I want people that watch my stuff and genuinely want to interact with my stuff. Like that's what I'm looking for. So yeah.
But yeah, we're here and we're also tethered.
Yeah.
This is actually the first time we've ever done like a live stream or like a podcast episode just like in person like this.
Yeah.
Because, for anyone actually watching the video and you're curious, just real quick, nephews and nieces are over. So, and that was unexpected. I didn't know my mom was going to be babysitting. So that's just like no chance, no shot would I be able to record in my own domain. So we're here, we're tethered, but we're going to make the best of it.
Yep.
Yeah, they look like two high school like sweethearts who are sharing a headphones.
It's very romantic.
They listen to the same song,
We're listening to My Chemical Romance in the lunchroom.
You are.
It's B lunch.
This is literally the OP content. It's the only patron content.
Yeah.
So yeah. What do we got? What kind of show we got today, Zach?
Well, we got some reveals I'm gonna go over later. Talk some Kenobi. There's a HasLab recently, not Black Series, but we'll get into
implications.
Yeah, but there's implications, and I thought the door was closed. Maybe it's not. Maybe that window.
Someone stuck their foot.
Yeah,
someone stuck their foot right in that doorway.
Yeah, we'll get there, but
we'll get there.
Let's say we start off with some fine additions for the last
couple
of weeks.
Oh yeah, let's do that. That's good.
So I do want to start it off by doing a Patreon fine edition. There were a lot. I made a post for Patreon members. We got a lot, but the one I picked to feature was Paragon Fuzz. I think he's actually in the chat.
Boom, he is in chat right there.
Yep, he picked up the SDCC Sith Trooper recently. So
nice,
good fine edition for Paragon Fuzz. But for me, last episode I complained that all my stuff got delayed. So fortunately, that's not the case anymore. I got the re-release Greedo from the Power of the Force faction.
Nice. Does that actually have the black wash on the vest?
It does.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at that.
I thought I heard that they got rid of it for the re-release, but it's nice that
it's nice.
I think the promo pictures were misleading.
Oversaturated, you might say.
Yeah.
You don't get me started. Don't get me started.
I knew that was gonna be one of your buzzwords. I also got the Power of the Force re-release Luke with the better face sculpt, but this one's staying on card. I wanted to have at least one Power of the Force throwback,
Nice
to look at. Even though I do like the face sculpt. So I'm considering getting a second one, maybe if it ever goes on another sale. And then I finally got Q9 Zero, part of that Hasbro
It's weird to me that you didn't
Howard
have that
set.
already.
See, I didn't order that whole case. I don't order every case, so I like having some figures out there that I don't have, so I can eventually find them in a store, or you know how it goes.
Yeah.
No, I literally don't. That's what I'm saying.
Get them on sale. Ooh, now this is a good
And then
set.
yeah, I also got the Echo Base Han Solo Leia. I can't decide if I want to open this or not, but for now, I'm just going to keep it in here.
I haven't opened mine, but I will die on the hill that that's the best Hoth Han. Even though
it
someone
definitely
was
is.
getting into arguments with me about that Han Solo.
It was when I
saying
posted about this, right?
saying that everyone says is he's just wearing a feathered boa. It's awful. Blah 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 blah. Like I was, oh, all right. Like
Yeah, it doesn't matter
right.
that it's not necessarily full, like super screen accurate. It's just it's a
Yeah.
badass jacket. You know, who cares?
It's a great jacket.
It looks really
yeah.
cool. So yeah, those are my 4 fine editions. I also, not necessarily a fine edition, but Lanesford Luke would be happy. I finally got the, I forget, the Mr. Super Clear matte spray.
Nice.
So I made a TikTok video showing my video of me fixing my Boba Fett. There you go. He's got it.
Yeah.
Nate's got it. And
Mr. Hobby Up.
yeah, it's funny that I did it to my Boba Fett, the throne room one, but I still display him with the helmet on, so it doesn't really matter. But I like the option. You know, it looks so much better, and he's got a bald head, so it was easy to. It was a good one to do for the TikTok.
Yeah.
You
Do
know,
you have the archive Han Solo, the Hoth Han?
Yep. I'm gonna do it to his face.
Matt that one, because that really brings out the sculpt, and like that face is so shiny, and then when you hit it with the Mr. Super Clear, it honestly looks so good.
Yeah, I saw the video that Justin sent me. The video you did, your tutorial of doing it.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
the after looked really good. I also want to do it.
It actually it talked me into doing it as well. So
Yep.
I got someone to order.
I'm also gonna do it to what's her name, Costco Reeves. There's some other ones with really like
Moff Gideon has a really bad case.
True.
Of
Moff
the shine.
Gideon. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
He's got the shine face.
He really does. He's sweating, but that's because he knows Mando's coming for him.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
he's scared.
So, I'm gonna go through the figures, and anytime there's a really shiny face, I'm gonna hit it with that, and yeah, easy fix. So that's all my fine editions. So next up.
Yeah. I'll go next. You guys have fine editions? I don't want to like put you on the
do.
spot. Okay, just making sure. All right.
We come prepared.
This isn't their first rodeo on the Cantina.
So I finally got my throne room Boba Fett from HasbroPulse.com. This is not sponsored by them. Hasbro Pulse, if you want to sponsor us, we will absolutely shell out. But I just take advantage of the $50 premium membership that I spent money on.
Yeah.
So any chance I can get free shipping on something, that's what I do. So I finally got that.
Better than the SH Figure Arts. I'll say it.
And I have the SH
Cantina.
Figure Arts. So I haven't compared them yet, but that's one of the reasons what I wanted to get both so I could compare them. And then from GameStop, I got my Night Brother Archer, and he came
crushed ass box edition.
Absolutely. They shipped it in an envelope, like a
tight,
thin padded envelope.
That's so unlike GameStop.
It really is.
I was normally good. Yeah.
I was very surprised. So I posted about it online, and someone from GameStop hit me up and apologized for it and refunded my order. So I actually got this for free because they shipped it to me in such terrible condition. He's like, yeah, you can either keep that, give it to somebody, or, like order another one. But they gave me my money back. So I'll probably be, I think I might just be happy that I got it for free as the option.
Absolutely.
That's a good figure to just get for free.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
You're literally on the hill that says, ship it to me in a paper bag, and I'll still.
I don't care about the box, but it's the principle of the matter. Like I like to be the one
you pay
that
for the box
toys.
as well.
I paid for shipping. I paid for the box. I paid for the figure. I would like it to come in a presentable condition so that I can do what I want with it, as opposed to it already coming kind of mangled up.
Yeah.
Even though I do open them all and ultimately don't care about the box.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm right there with you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that's me.
Out of the
what you
basement
What you
cast.
boys? What you boys got? What you got for us?
I'll go first.
All right,
I'll go
go
first.
ahead.
So-
Go ahead.
I just decided to get my 2 most recent Black Series figures since this is the Black Series Cantina. I'm actually like pretty much caught up. But first up, this boy finally shipped.
Nice.
This
Nice.
is the Umbra Arc Trooper GameStop exclusive. Perfect example of a repaint. Very
Yes.
striking color
Very.
pattern.
Mhm.
Yes.
You know,
Stands out on the shelf big time.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
Mhm.
Bumblebee boy, it's exactly what we want out of the, Clone Trooper repaints. Do more of these instead of the carbonized or credit collection. Like, just do more
Right.
canon
Preach.
in universe Clone
Yeah.
Trooper repaints, other troop battle droid repaints. Come
Yeah,
on now.
don't send
Yeah,
100
we need
carbonized
battle
stormtroopers
droid.
to Target.
The Corporal, the red one,
No.
the
Yeah,
Commander with the it's
Yeah,
just
the
a yellow
security.
circle.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
security one. Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it'd be so easy just to pump out a bunch of different battle droids, and I don't know why they
Yeah.
haven't yet.
Right. Yeah, they just did the well, they did do Geonosis and Heavy, but like
That's
we said,
it.
like why not do
Yeah.
Right.
Commander?
There's so much
Corporal?
more than that.
Yeah.
And then we also this is actually early,
There it is.
so hit us with the it must be
There it is.
great to have a YouTube channel and get stuff early, right, Nate?
Oh yeah.
But no, it's like we just find it,
Yeah.
This was I believe it was this is Figure and Dan. I don't know if I said that.
Yeah, there you go. You said it out loud. I was waiting for that.
I gotta remember this is a podcast. I gotta remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is I believe it's a toy store in Tennessee who also has an eBay page, and they had solid cases of Wave 33. By the time I got to the link, someone just sent the link in the Discord. Figure and Dan, $28.99 shipped, free shipping. It
bad.
showed up in 2
That's
days.
pretty solid
Not
for
bad.
that
That's
early.
not bad. Yeah.
So, and we also, Nate, you just did the review of this on
Yep.
the channel.
Yep.
Pretty awesome. Exactly what you want out of like a Cantina band member. There's even a new bit of articulation, like a Black Series first,
Yeah.
actually.
Yep.
With the ball joint wrists,
Yeah.
as opposed to a vertical or a horizontal hinge.
Oh wow.
You get both.
To get some attitude out of that boy
Yeah.
playing his.
No, I wonder, does Nayland Cheel have the same ball joint wrist?
I would assume
I
so.
think Luke. He's in the chat. Landspeeder Luke. I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah,
sure
he's
he
played with that. That's
did.
right.
Yeah.
I purposely haven't been following any of this because I don't like people to
I-
color my perceptions of figures. I want
Yeah.
my opinion to be pure, if you will.
I get you, Mike. I'm
Yeah.
the same way until I do my review. I don't watch
Yeah.
any
See,
reviews.
I'm a sucker. I see that video. I'm like, click.
But
Yeah, I'm the
No.
same way. I gotta watch them in advance.
Figrin is awesome. Although I will say, I didn't mention it in the video, but it was a good point that a lot of people brought up in the comments. I believe Figrin's only one per case,
Yes, he is.
which
That is
is
true.
Yeah, he is.
which is not good.
Yeah,
Well,
Vader is
to
double
be
back.
fair though, are there any doubles in that case? Oh, there are. There,
I
Darth
think
Vader,
Vader.
isn't he?
Yeah.
The
Vader
Vader's
is.
doubled. The Vader.
That's
is.
weird. Yeah, you'd think if there is going to be one double, it'd be the one that people would buy more than one of.
Right.
Maybe
Yeah,
they're just
right.
banking on you're also getting the deluxe too, so you can buy one of each and then wait a little bit if you can.
Well, that's a good question. How many
don't know.
Figure and Dans have you guys settled on?
I have an additional pre-ordered. I eventually want to get I'll get the Nayland Cheel, and I will probably end up getting a healthy amount
Yeah.
of figurines.
Healthy
I don't know.
amount. I want an unhealthy amount.
I'm gonna prescribe you some
Army
figgy-
build.
some
I-
figgy Danny.
I have Nolan Shield on pre-order, and I also have 4 more figurines on pre-order
Nice.
as well. So
Nice.
I'm going.
That's 5
I'm going.
total.
Well, with my one that I have back here too.
Oh,
So I'm
right.
Going,
Okay.
I'm going for a 6-piece here.
Nice.
So the
All right.
one per instrument basically
Yep.
is what
Yeah.
you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to be able to utilize every single instrument. So
Yeah.
6 is the requirement to do that. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm going for.
I think I landed on 7 to get the canon number of members. And I
Yes.
can double up on whichever one of the
Mhm.
little tiny. I don't remember which one is doubled up. One of the smaller instruments is doubled up, but I'll be doing that.
I went
Nice.
with 4. Because I feel like that's good enough amount for my shelf, anyways. It's enough to look like a full band, but it's
Yeah.
not me spending $60 extra, or close to $75 extra or whatever it is.
Yeah. Right. It's going to take up a lot of space, but it's necessary. The Cantina band is that worth it.
I hope they do more Cantina aliens now.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
Oh,
Looks
yeah.
like Travis Elliott is on my side there, where he settled on 7, 1 nail and cheel, which is what I got, and then 6 figure and Dan's, because you only need the 1 nail and cheel because
Yep.
he's more expensive and he comes with everything you need in the box for that.
I got 6 nail and cheels.
Yeah.
You you animal.
No, that's good though, Travis, that you have
Yeah.
7, because you gotta, as the community, we gotta support the things we want to see. So
Yeah.
it's like, I love that people are buying multiple figurines, show them that yes, indeed, there is a market for original trilogy background aliens, more Cantina aliens and stuff like that. So I'm all here for it.
Definitely.
Well, you're just gonna buy anything that they make, huh? You're just gonna lick those boots, huh?
Yeah.
Lick them Hasbro boots clean.
That Hasbro boot leather.
It's
Has
clean.
blowers.
Crispy. Yeah. But I would like to talk after we're done with, once we're on like regular topics. I do want to talk about like supporting the things you like and like
Oh, I will. Yeah.
specifically like
That's
with
great.
the vehicle line. It's like we
Sure.
kind of shot ourselves in the foot.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk.
We'll get
about
into that when we do the
for
HASLabs.
sure. That's
Exactly,
that is going to be a
Yeah,
topic
yeah.
that we talk
That's
about.
coming up.
That's a hot topic
So-
right now for me. That's so hot. It's so much a hot
Simmer
topic that I'm
down,
in a mall
Justin. Simmer down.
with a bunch of high
Simmer
school
down.
goth teenagers hanging out with me. I'm that much of a hot topic.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
So my fine additions, I also got my deluxe Boba Fett finally from
Look at that
Amazon.
helmet. Just look at that helmet.
Looks so good.
It's so good.
Thing I'm enjoying the most is that the accessories are, of course, compatible. If you have the deluxe Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, you could stick that flamethrower on
Look
this
at
Boba
that.
Fett and it works.
Oh, look
Nice.
at that. That's synergy right there. It would have been cool if he came with his own, especially for being a deluxe.
Oh,
But yeah,
for
that is
sure.
cool.
Yeah, you're so right. You're so right. But I'm such a Hasbro defender that I don't even think about that. And I literally just go, wow, it's great. I can use these other accessories. That's exactly what they wanted me to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
And
said
then
so in
they
the
mail you
email they
that
sent
check.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's something that they wouldn't authorize me doing, and that's buying something on clearance.
There you go.
So I managed to pick up a carbonized Shore Trooper here for a nice discounted price of $13.24.
Finally, dude.
Mwah.
Finally.
That's a great
Were
price.
there like 80 of them at your Target?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, now that they've gone on sale, there's probably like 5 or so left. I was just there earlier today and they still had a few on the shelf, but I wanted to get one. And you know, when you're walking down the aisle, you see Star Wars on clearance. It's kind of hard to just ignore it.
It's like
Yep.
Destiny. You were put there for a
Yes.
reason.
Yeah.
You know. you
So
have to pick
even
it up.
though we talk mad shit about the carbonized line, for $14, I'm
He
still
looks
in it.
cool
I'm still
because
in
he's
it.
gold.
Yeah.
He does look good though. That gold color is very shiny.
He
I think
does-
it's actually
does look good.
shinier than C3PO.
You might want to lean with him, Justin. Lean with him.
Yeah, you gotta
lean
lean
with
over.
me. Lean with me. Okay. Non-Black Series stuff, but just 2 things here because I know Mike will enjoy it. But I did pick up some Gundam Wing figures here, Heavy Arms Custom and Gundam Sandrock here. I love Gundam Wing.
Same.
It's so awesome. It's
You got
so
Katra and
edgy.
Showa right there. They are boyfriends and they are great.
It's such a great large piece of my childhood.
Same.
And I already have Death Scythe and I have
Yeah.
Wing and
just need
so-
Nitaku, the
yeah
Yeah.
Shenlong, right?
Shenlong. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to seal the deal and pick up these 2. So we're one Gundam away from completing the Wing team, which is very exciting.
Justin does not care about Gundam Wing.
No, that's
Maybe
because
the people-
Justin was sheltered as a child and he didn't know what anime was until I was
Oh
like,
man.
have you ever
What
heard?
is that naughty stuff on Adult
Man,
Swim?
my- My senior year of high school was Dragon Ball Z and Gundam Wing, like back to back.
Yep.
Like I had to get home in time to watch DBZ and Gundam Wing.
Yep. I had an older cousin who would babysit me all the time, and that's what we would do. Gundam Wing, Cowboy Bebop, Berserk.
Outlaw Star.
Yeah. There was Trigun.
Oh, Trigun's
So-
great. Absolutely. Yeah.
So it was a pretty big part of my childhood, and I like the Gundam Universe figures. I think they're pretty all right.
I just there's always something like one or two things.
The
that I
thigh
wish they
swivel.
did.
The no thigh swivel kills me. It
Well, for instance,
absolutely kills me.
on the heavy arms, his Gatling gun is like 2 inches way too long. Like
Oh,
it's
for
just
real?
it's just so freaking long. And I don't know why they did that because it just looks ridiculous. I could go get mine, but I'm not going to. But like when you open it up, you'll be like, "Yep, that's too long."
Yeah, great.
And I expect a text message when you do to let me know when you do.
I will.
Okay.
My last pickup here. I wanted
Yeah.
to show it off because I just got it and it's hype, but I'm late to the party on it. And it's the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Green Ranger mixed with Shredder here from some comic book that I've never read. And I don't plan on getting any of the other figures in this line, but I mean, come on, look at this. Shredder
The
mixed
rib
with
cape
the
is
Green
slick.
Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Really,
The rib
really
cape is,
nice soft goods cape here from Hasbro. Like seriously,
Yeah, it's crazy to me
really
that Hasbro is
nicely
making
detailed.
Ninja Turtles. That's what drew me to it. I'm like, oh, Hasbro's making Ninja Turtles. Like, I feel like I have to buy that.
Yeah, I was initially gonna buy all of them, but
Yeah,
honestly, I started seeing some reviews and I was like, these don't really look like there's something I want in my collection. Actually, I
That's
would like to have the Tommy Foot Soldier, but obviously I can't do that unless I buy the
raft.
So
yeah. And then if you buy the raft, you have to get the other.
I might as well get the
You
rest of
can't
the
have
turtles
just
at that point.
You can't have just one
Exactly.
turtle. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, you can't have one turtle. So I
Not
settled,
legally.
and then Shredder was actually on sale at GameStop. It was like $20. So there it was,
Yep.
and that's it for my. Those are my recent acquisitions.
Yeah.
Fine
Fine
edition.
edition.
Fine edition. This isn't your first time on the Black Series Cantina.
It's
Well,
only the
gotta-
second time.
Well, we got to bring our own
Oh,
out
yeah,
of the
they gotta-
basement flavor.
I
and
get
Nate-
it.
That's
I
true.
get it.
That's
His
true.
pop
No.
is exploding live.
No.
This is a whole. Oh no. This is a whole like Reese's peanut butter cup thing where you got your chocolate and my peanut butter. You got your peanut butter and my chocolate. Nate got cream soda in his lap.
Nate
All
creamed,
over.
dude.
What? So, oh my gosh.
All right, let me
So,
go get you a
last-
towel. You stay there. You continue. You save the pot. Save
All
the
right,
podcast.
all right.
God save the pod.
Oh.
Last time Out of the Basement was on, if people remember, we had
Power went out
somebody's
last time.
power went out.
Yeah.
Last time.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Nate, the house got caught on fire. Or
Yeah,
something.
the house, the smoke alarm was going off. Like the
Yeah.
girlfriend did some well done steak, a little too well done, maybe.
Yeah. No, she was actually welding in the kitchen. She's really into welding.
So we can't have Out of the Basement on without like a disaster happening.
Yeah.
It's like
Which-
it's two in a row now.
This has been sitting in my fridge for like 48 hours. I don't know why it would decide
That's so
to
good.
fizz up on me like this, but oh, nice. Here we go.
It got
We
so excited. It just got so excited.
yeah. I wish it wouldn't have though. Now I'm cold and embarrassed.
No one can see it though. Literally, we only see from your chest up. So it just looks like you're.
No, I'm
all we
gonna
see is
stand
your
up.
hands
I'm gonna
rummaging
stand
around on your
Yeah.
pants. Like
This doesn't look good. Oh my god.
Great podcasting we got going.
this is,
on.
yeah, this is good
Okay.
podcasting material.
I
I
also
don't know if I'm
wanted
going to
to
leave this in or not, but I might. Just
I
for
also-
fun.
Well, you might as well. I think while
Yeah.
we're doing this, I'm gonna do the Patreon promotion real fast.
Yeah. Go ahead, do
Yeah.
that.
So listen, people listening to the podcast, if you want to support our Patreon, go do Black Series Cantina /patreon.com or whatever it is. You can just Black Series Cantina on Patreon. We're doing a giveaway soon once we get to 50 Patreon members or the holiday season. Right now we're at 31. And we have last episode, we didn't know we were going to be giving away. Now we have our first figure to announce we're going to be giving away. Our loyal listener, JD Stolk is donating the Jeddah Patrol Stormtrooper to the cause. He wanted to contribute to the show, and that's a fabulous way to do it. We really appreciate it. Big shout out to him. Go follow him on Instagram. So he's going to give us a Jeddah Patrol Stormtrooper. So this is open for all Patreon members. For each tier up you go, you get an extra name on the wheel. So it'd be the same way we did last time with the Wheel of Death style.
Wheel of Death, yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun. So that's 50 Patreon members or the holiday season, whichever happens first. And I feel like by then we'll have some pretty good figures to give away. So right now the first one is going to be
for sure.
Jeddah Patrol Stormtroopers. So please go join any tier to be eligible for those giveaways.
Nate, I went up while we're doing that. I went up and grabbed it just so you can see how long
that's way too long.
The barrel for heavy arms is. It's just so freaking long.
Great.
It should be like here.
Yeah, it's really not. Yeah. Why would they do that? It's like the length of the figure.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh, I did just want to say also, Justin got me this Porkins t-shirt.
I was going to comment on your
comment on it.
Yeah,
I was going to comment on it.
So, thank you, brother, for the present.
Yeah, I show it off in tomorrow's episode that I filmed solo, where I was like, "Happy birthday, Nate." I don't get to give it to you in person.
We absolutely love perusing Amazon, trying to find the most random, obscure Star Wars shirts possible.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one that popped up. It's just Porkins.
It's just Porkins.
Yeah, I was gonna say shout out to Nate for the Porkins shirt as I was logging off like the show later.
Nice.
So I'm glad we just went. We got it out of the way now. It's a badass shirt.
Thank you.
Whew. I think we saved the podcast.
You did. Oh, it would have been awful without that.
I was dying. I had to calm down. I was laughing too hard. Every time now, it's like my power went out. There was a fire.
The smoke alarm was going off.
Smoke alarm.
Yeah.
A&W going haywire.
Yeah.
Like, we just got it all. We're very chaotic.
You had a soda malfunction right there. That's what we're calling that. Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Sheesh.
Now I'm not wearing any pants.
Neither am I. So we have that in common.
All right, stand up on the count of 3.
Yeah, now go subscribe to the Black Series Cantina OnlyFans.
OnlyFans
to this video.
Yeah.
Or I like what Yakface said on our previous stream when he said only TBS fans.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that was because I told him you should unbox stuff with your feet to get a different clientele.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because I'm telling you, Landspeeder Luke's onto something with the hand in every single thumbnail.
Yeah, I agree.
It's
a conspiracy.
It's seriously
the hand and an arrow. If you have a hand and an arrow, like
I was so tempted to put my hand in the thumbnail for the Figure and Dan review. I was like this close from just doing the.
You should just as like an Easter egg type thing.
Mine always do well when I have.
Yeah.
My videos always do well if I have a sexy picture, like them in a sexy laying down pose.
Like, was there a battle droid in a sexy pose?
I did a battle droid. Yeah, I did a battle droid. I did I think Obi-Wan Kenobi. I did
it's eye
Darth
popping,
Vader.
You know, it's like
the hyper real Darth Vader.
I know my Mike Case lore.
Oh yeah. Oh, you edit my Wikipedia, so
yeah.
We've all seen the pan flute nightmare video.
Mm-hmm.
That guy thought we were friends, and I feel really bad when he found that video and made the comment that I pinned it at the top because I really did feel bad about that. He actually asked me if he could stay at my house one time when he came to visit because he didn't have a place to stay. I guess I don't know. For the people that don't know, I used to work at an Apple store in a mall, and like 3 or 4 years in a row, this guy would come in and sell his CDs and little bird whistle things and play. It wasn't pan flute. It's an Andean flute, which is a type of pan flute, basically. But he would all day play the same like 10 or 15 songs over and over and over. My heart will go on. Like all stuff like that. So just one year he came and I started just filming myself in front of him while I did it. And then I put that compilation of those together. And I put them on my YouTube channel. It was actually one of my first like big videos. I mean, it's only like 50,000 like views, so it's not like a crazy amount. It's not like viral millions of views, but for my channel, especially at the time, because I didn't think I had 100 subscribers at that point. Like it was pretty big for me. But yeah, the guy saw me. He saw me filming it, so he thought I just really liked it. He thought that I was like a big fan, I guess, and not someone that was just really tired of having to hear the same songs over and over and over again all day because he was right outside our store.
How would they just like? Why wouldn't the mall do anything about him trying to just sell his CD there?
It was a booth. No, he was there. Like he paid to
he had
be
a
there.
booth.
Yeah.
Wow.
It just happened to be right outside our store.
That's so annoying.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like,
I'm
you want to hear me play "My Heart Will Go On Again"?
No, I don't. I really don't. But he did. He did.
Did you ever buy a CD? Be honest.
I bought 3 of his CDs because I felt bad that my video did really well of me making fun of him. So I went and bought 3 of his CDs. And that was before he found my video and called me an asshole. So
nice.
Yeah,
that was a fun
big
story.
yikes.
Yeah.
So we do got some news to go over.
Yeah, let's talk about Black Series.
Yeah, let's talk about the Black Series figures. That's why everybody's here.
Mike
Does
Cage
pan
lore
flute-
is important.
Yeah.
Pan flute. We're pivoting into a pan flute channel now.
I like it. I'm down for it. We should have that guy on as a guest.
We could. I don't even know if he speaks English that well. He didn't to me, but that might make it more interesting. So
That's
Bots
true.
and shots and flutes.
That works.
Anyways, so what do we have? What do we got? What do we got, Zach?
All right, first reveal, Ned B. Let's get the out of the
Finally.
basement. Yeah, finally. Let's get the out of the basement. Specifically Nate, because we haven't talked to you about this figure since since you weren't there this past Sunday. So what are y'all's thoughts on Ned B Deluxe?
I think he looks awesome. It looks like a cool figure. Hasbro always does a great job with droids, so I'm thinking that this is going to be no different. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bummer that, it's deluxe because it's big, but it is what it is at this point. And just like Justin said, I feel the exact same way. What other Ned B figure do you got?
Are you gonna
That's
get
it. Yeah.
So if you want a Ned B, this is pretty much the only route to go. And realistically, with the price of normal Black Series at this point, is like an extra $4 or $5 really going to sway me one way or the other? No. So I think it's going to be a cool, interesting figure that's going to pop out on the shelf. And hopefully the saturation's just really cranked up on the promo photo, because he does look way too yellow for sure.
But it does pop.
Yeah. It does pop.
He stands out. He's going to stand out on the show for sure.
I do wish he
needs
had more of
dark wash.
a wash. He needs a wash. He needs a wash.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't really look like Desert Planet dirty. It's just kind of like they've got the couple like little scrapes and like rust marks on the figure. So it definitely
they got some dry brushing or some faux dry brushing on there, but it definitely needs a little bit more gunk, if you will.
Yeah,
for sure.
But about like the deluxe thing a little bit, if you just take away the logos, I just think it's perfectly reasonable. 1/12 scale Ned B. Like if you take away the Black Series name, I feel like most people would be like, "Oh, this is great. This is awesome." If it's something that's not by Hasbro, and like things like Mezco or Mafex, SH Figure Arts, they usually don't go that deep into the character pool.
Yeah.
So it's like, granted, Ned B is probably not as desirable as something like Saw Gerrera. I think Saw Gerrera is a better example of like a lot of people like need a Saw in their collection. Like, everyone loves Rogue One.
And he's in Fallen Order.
He's in
Rebels, Clone Wars, and everything. And it's like, well, it's deluxe, and nobody wants to pay more. Obviously, no one's like, I love paying more.
Oh, please, Daddy Hasbro, charge me more.
But when you look and compare it to other lines and other options, there's usually A, not another option, and B, it's still like if you're just looking at it as a 1/12 scale action figure of Saw Gerrera or even Ned B, and it's like $33. That's still perfectly reasonable in my opinion. You know, I think it's just because it has the Black Series logo on it, and we have that context of like all the other figures. But it's like Nate was saying, like a few extra dollars, depending on what it is, it's not going to, you know, piss me off to the degree where I actually won't pick it up, especially a new sculpt, like a new unique looking figure. If it's like a Boba Fett repaint, like the Tython Jedi Ruins one, I will skip out on that. But like newly tooled deluxe, you know, very unique looking characters, I'm perfectly fine with that. And like they're few and far between anyway. They're not like releasing entire waves where every figure is like $33.99 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it's the deluxe price point. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean,
don't give Hasbro your money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop being happy.
They killed my dog. That's what people act like Hasbro's done to them, but yeah, no, Ned B looks sweet. Are you guys well, I know Mike's on board. But Zach, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm on board for Ned B. I got him pre-ordered, and I think it really helps. Like, this is the perfect figure for you to be subscribed. And I'm not trying to promote any like Hasbro products, but you know, they're $1 billion company that made our promotion. But this is like the perfect figure to be subscribed to the Hasbro, the Pulse Premium, because you get it for $33.99, and you don't have to pay that extra $5.99 for shipping that you would at like GameStop or elsewhere. So you don't have to pay $41 for it. You get it for $33.99 plus a little bit of tax. Yep. And I feel like the price is reasonable on that.
I don't understand the people where like GameStop is their first go-to pre-order place. Like, they charge $2 to $3 on every figure just because they're GameStop, and they always have. And it's weird to me that like, oh yeah, man, I went straight to GameStop and pre-ordered all the, like, why?
You can pre-order
there's so many other
that's probably what people mean.
Maybe I guess
because I would
think
agree
of a physical pre-order
like
place.
$6 to ship.
Yeah.
And then, you know, you get the GameStop tax as well. If it's a GameStop exclusive, you're getting the exclusive price. And then they're like, oh, we're GameStop. We'll put another $1 or $2 on it.
Yeah.
And then we'll charge $6 for shipping. But I actually brought this up in the Discord, you know, a few months ago. I was like, what are you guys doing? Like, why GameStop? Like, are you ordering two? And a lot of people replied that they were going in store and putting their $5 down and
that
pre-ordering it in store, which, like, sure, that's a good idea, but you know, millennial American, you know, I just want things to show up at my door.
No, I want to sit on my computer. Click a button.
Or lazy, absolutely, 100%. Self-report, I'm lazy.
Yeah. My favorite thing that they do is when they'll reveal like 2 gaming greats at the same time, but then the release dates are a month apart, so that you can't.
You don't get the free.
So you can't get free shipping. It's like that kind of stuff. You're like, you know, they're doing that on purpose, and it's like GameStop has improved from what they were. Like, definitely,
100%. They're one of the best places for in store, I would say.
But they still have their little scumbag tendencies where they're like, they just do these little things.
Yeah, but at least they stock their exclusives.
Yeah, for sure.
They're literally one of the only big retailers that actually like consistently stock their exclusives.
Yep.
Yeah, I just don't get the pre-order thing, especially if they're doing it online. Like, it's just weird. It's a weird choice.
I've pre-ordered figures from GameStop before because I like to pre-order figures from a couple different sites.
Yeah,
and just to see whatever comes.
Yeah, we all do that.
But so through GameStop, I got the Umbra Operative Arc Trooper, and then the Boba Fett, the Throne Room. I did those through GameStop, and I got them like way early, which was crazy because I had those months ago. You know,
that's true. You did.
So and I think I live right near and there's a city like real close to Louisville. I think it's in Shepherdsville but yeah, there's like a GameStop like warehouse there, so I might be getting stuff from there. I don't know how the distribution is, but I've gotten stuff really early from GameStop. So every now and then, if there's a figure, like I pre-ordered the Kenobi today, all from Hasbro Pulse and GameStop. So hopefully, if GameStop hits, and I'll get it super early, you know. And then just cancel whichever one's latest.
Travis Elliott in chat says GameStop in Canada has an Edge Club membership that gives you 10% off and actually makes figures the cheapest place. I have the GameStop membership
nice.
here, the same Edge, but you don't get 10% off in store, not for like new stuff. You get 10% off, at least here in America, on like used games and whatnot.
Yeah.
And you do get like $5 a month. And that's why I do it. Because there's always something I buy. I get that $5 a month and go in and use that once a month. But yeah, it's
the pro membership is definitely worth it for just like the GameStop exclusives alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the GameStop exclusives alone. Like I'll go in there and I'll see the, all like the gaming grades figures, and you get that's $5 off automatically. It puts it down to 22.
Yeah.
So I think it's worth it. And then you can use your points to get another 5 off or whatever.
Yeah. So I do that too. Like I feel like anytime I'm forced to buy something somewhere, I'll do whatever membership to help save on that stuff. So GameStop exclusives, gaming grade stuff, I'm all in on that. So I get the Edge thing. For Target, gotta
have the red card.
Target red card, get that 5% off and free shipping. Like easy peasy, no problem. Plus my wife and I shop at Target so often. That's like our number one. I will not go to a grocery store. I'll drive further to go to a Target to go grocery shopping. Mostly so I can also go down the toy aisle.
Right. Yeah. You got
when Albertsons gets a toy aisle, I'll go to Albertsons. Okay.
It's one for me, one for you. You go down, you get the groceries, you go to the toy aisle, you go to the adult collector section. You're like, oh yeah, this is great. This is great. And then I'm the opposite though. My Target is right next to my work, so I usually just get off work, drive straight to Target.
There you go.
Get my grossries.
There you go. Perfect segue. Speaking of Target,
go ahead.
Go real quick.
Well, when I worked at my last job, Apple, in the mall, they added like a 3-story Target. They used to be like the Robinsons May.
Oh wow.
So I would park in front of the Target, go in there, check the toy aisles, and then go to work. And then as I was leaving, I would leave work, go
check
in
the restock, the mall,
check it, and then walk to my car. That was like a every work day thing for me. So it's weird that I haven't been to Target as much as I used to because of that. Anyways, Target segue.
Yeah, so Target segue. We got a Target exclusive Tika, the Jawa from Obi-Wan Kenobi. You would remember from episode 1, the one that steals his parts and resells them. So out of the basement crew, you all in on? It sounded like all 4 of us were in on Ned B. Are you all in on Tika?
Oh, I'm so down for Tika. Give me any Jawa, any color, any flavor, however you want. I'm gonna buy as many Jawas as I can get. So that was a must-have for me. Even though it's just the old Jawa body with a couple new little bits and the gold eyes. I really like the gold.
The gold eyes
look
really good.
The gold eyes look good. Yeah,
eyes look really good.
Yeah, for me, this is going to be, I'm a little more picky and choosy. Nate does the reviews, so he always has the excuse that he has to get it for the channel. Yep. So it's like, gotta get it for the channel.
Gotta.
I'm also trying to really bulk up my savings right now. I'm in the process of making the attempt to move out, although it's really hard in this current state of the world here. But
it's easier than ever.
I've had to become a little more picky and choosy. I think Tika, it's a great choice for an exclusive because it's not the hottest, most desirable. It's not a troop builder, aka Purge Trooper. It's not the Purge Trooper. So I think it's a pretty good selection for an exclusive because the people who really want it had a really easy time getting it today. It went up for pre-order today that we're recording. And, I usually let people know in the Discord. And I noticed a few hours later it was still up. I'm like, makes sense.
Yeah, they sell out instantly for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. But for me, it's one of those, like, if I find it in store pickups, that's what I'll slap the description of mine on. It's just, if I find it in store, I'd definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I'm actually the same way. I'm joining Justin's side on this one. I didn't pre-order this one. It's one that if I see it in store, I'll probably pick it up. But Target hasn't really been the best with their pre-orders lately, so I didn't necessarily care to pre-order. And I think this is going to be one
about. What are you talking about?
Target has been.
We've been waiting a whole year
exactly
for 3 figures, and we're going to wait longer for them.
exactly.
So that's I
And
guess
there's
I
a
see
lot
what
of
you're talking
phantom
about.
charge issues. They're like one of the only big box
So
retailer
annoying.
that I see a lot of people complaining about the phantom charges.
Yeah.
And I'm, because I work at a bank, so I almost want to explain to people like, no, that's not an actual hard post to your account. It's just a temporary hold that just to like, they're making sure that you have the money.
But for a
they
lot
do
of
it
banks,
so frequently.
yeah. If for a lot of banks, if it does bring down your available balance while it's there, and if that makes you overdrawn, that sucks.
Yeah, like I don't know why they do it. Because
Well, if the
people say they do
$25
it, like,
figure
every
makes
week.
you overdrawn, you probably don't need to buy the $25.
You probably should be
figure.
buying. No, I agree.
Yeah,
I
so-
agree. You probably should be buying figures like that anyway. You're absolutely right. But I get what you're saying. Yeah.
People who hide figures.
Yeah.
I used to be like that. I used to live paycheck to paycheck and being like, oh man, I'm only like $100 overdrawn this month. I'm pretty good. And like half my paycheck would go to be paying off overdraft fees. It's like I got better. Like I'm way better now. Like I'm no longer living paycheck to paycheck.
He's sober now, everybody.
I know. I'm sober. Yeah, that's what it is. Actually, that is what it is. I stopped going to the bar 3 times a week, every week.
There's just a different addiction, and it's right
That's true.
behind you.
Yeah.
It's plastic crack.
Plastic crack.
Yeah.
Plastic crack.
Yeah. I do love the world building stuff that they're
Yeah.
including with
Yeah.
Tika, though. it
I
comes
do.
with the
I wish
jump-
though. I wish that it came with
Skyhopper.
something like the Skyhopper. Yeah, something
Yeah.
that we saw on screen. Like, did they ever have that little lantern on screen?
Right.
Like, where'd that lantern come from?
I think maybe it would have pushed the figure over, but I would have liked him to have the little cart too.
Yeah.
Like the thing that he wheeled everything in
Yeah.
on. I was
Yeah.
hoping to see
Wayne
that.
Theater
but-
Luke's 3D printing one as we speak.
Oh, 100% he will.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
really,
sure.
yeah.
But just to jump in for the little Skyhopper toy, I think they probably held that back to either give it with the final Obi-Wan or the young Luke if we get one
Oh,
of
if we get a
those. So,
Mythos Obi-Wan.
Good point.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
so
good
because
one.
they need something to
They
add into
better
that.
give us.
Yeah.
They better
Yeah.
give us Mythos
Yeah.
Obi-Wan.
Well,
Then you can give it to Farm Boy Luke.
Can we talk? Oh, I will talk about that in a bit. I want to talk about Tika real quick. I just want to go on record and say I'm with Nate. I don't like army building. I will if it's something that's really cool, but for things like Jawas, I don't want to just go buy like 20 Jawas, even though they are an army builder. So when they release stuff like this that gives me an excuse to buy another Jawa, I will buy another Jawa to have another one on my shelf. And that is the main thing. I do like though how different he looks with like
Yeah.
a little vest and like the
The
bandolier. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could be like a little, like he'd be like the Jawa like leader, I guess, on my.
Right. I like that
It-
Eric pointed out in the Hasbro Pulse video that on the bandolier right here,
Yeah.
like up towards the upper part of the chest. Yeah, it's like the translator piece,
Yeah.
which I was like, oh, that's a really cool detail. I didn't
Does
even
he
think
have the
about
little
that.
gun on the ring thing? I hate that.
I don't think so. I don't
That,
think that's on the
I
figure.
hate because you can't take it off.
Yeah.
It's
It's just stuck
like-
there.
it's just stuck there and it's the worst.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they're just giving Tika the like blunderbuss.
The
looking-
blunderbuss one. Yeah.
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 Which, like,
Yeah.
that's what the original Jawa came with, and this one
Yeah.
comes with a lot more. So it's definitely like an improvement, even though it is
Oh,
that,
for sure.
it's that exclusive price. But still, like Black Series, they used to do these tiny little figures, but include basically nothing, and then it's still
The
full
Yoda,
price.
the original
Yeah,
Yoda.
Blue Line Yoda comes with a stick, a snake, and a little tiny green
Oh.
lightsaber.
Yeah.
But look at something like Omega, who's a smaller figure, smaller, amount of plastic, but comes with Ruby, the energy bow, the respirator. Like,
Yeah.
I think they've been doing a better job of, even with the more small characters, they've kind of been packing in more accessories lately, at least.
Mhm.
So,
Agreed.
Mainline's been killer lately.
Yeah, so I still think Tika's a good Jawa release. Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw 'em
Why
in there.
not? Why not?
They
Yeah,
got
I mean,
every
you
other
know.
character from Kenobi, pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
So why not?
Yeah. I like
Speaking
the
of
release
which-
if it's not, something that I'll pre-order right now. Since I already have a Jawa and I don't need another $26 one right now. I'll get the $26 one in the store. I'll see you at the store and grab it for sure. But
Mhm.
all right, Mike.
Speaking of which, yeah, we got a third Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out for the 6 episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi that we got.
Yep.
I think other than the
Gabine.
mythos, I think
We
we're
were all
rounding
hoping
out.
for a fourth.
Yes, yeah, we are. I don't think they could actually give us any more if they give us that mythos one. I think that kind of
Two-pack
Yeah.
with Vader. Just put
Oh,
this in.
but we don't
Vader.
need it. I don't want a repacked one. I just give me.
What
Vader
if it's
by
a 2-pack with battle damage Vader?
Then I'm buying.
Well, I'll buy it, but I'd rather just them give a Vader by himself. I don't want to have to buy another
100%.
another Obi-Wan.
if that's
anyway,
the
yeah, we're
only way
getting,
to get the Vader, though, count me in.
yeah, we're basically getting the final duel Obi-Wan,
Yeah.
how he looked in the last
Yeah.
episode, which we will talk about later in the episode.
True.
As far as our thoughts on that, but for now, I have to say, I don't think his face looks that great, personally.
Yeah, it's a new skull.
It's a new sculpt, yeah.
And I don't know why it's so good. Like the Walgreens Clone Wars one and then the 3D Clone Wars from Target.
They're the same face.
Those sculpts look so
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I mean, but why are they struggling here with,
I don't know.
with the Kenobi? Because even the other two that we have, I mean, they're good, but I think he looks a little pale, maybe.
Yeah.
Kind of like the episode 3, like one of the worst Black Series releases, The Revenge of the Sith.
Mhm.
But I love the costume, and it is a new sculpt, so we got to debunk that right now. Get that
brand new sculpt,
misinformation out there.
head to toe.
100%. Yep.
Those videos that Hasbro Pulse has been doing out with Eric,
Mhm.
you know, they really come
So
in handy
helpful.
just to like set the record straight right away, because people were immediately coming out of the gate like, oh, it's a Mace Windu torso. Oh, it's the episode 2 Attack of the Clones torso. No, it's a new sculpt. I think, with the exception of the face, this is the best looking one that they've done so far.
I wonder
I
if we could
disagree.
head
Series.
I disagree. I think the Tibidon Station one is my favorite of the 3.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah,
that
but
one's just a blue version of the Jedi, the Wandering Jedi one.
I
though. It's
know,
just
but I
painted
like blue.
he likes blue. I think I meant more so like the one that matters the most. Like this is
Okay,
the look
all
that
right,
matters
yeah.
the most out of the series.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yep.
So this is actually the only Obi-Wan Kenobi that I pre-ordered from the new series. I didn't pre-order the original one or Tibidon because I just knew they were going to do every look. And I'm like, well, I don't want 4 Obi-Wan Kenobi figures from the series.
Yeah.
I'm going to want like 1 or 2. So I think, and I say this in tomorrow's episode or, you know, whenever
Spoiler
this
alert.
episode.
That's okay.
Yeah.
This will come out after that. So
Right. Yeah.
Oh,
So
really?
the only people
check out
hearing
our
it right
channel.
now live are Patreon
Yeah.
people.
Check
so
out
yeah.
you know, Figure It Out, Black Series Talk Show every Friday. But
Good plug.
yeah, I pretty much I'm going for this one, and then I'm really holding out for the Mythos because I just love that it's like the comic book, you know, like the Jason Aaron style.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we have read that comic and I like that look at the end, and I especially like the more when he gets like the more traditional prequel Jedi look in the Kenobi series.
Yeah.
And of course, like this is the outfit that he fights Vader in with the big final duel. So like,
yeah,
I'm definitely going for it. I hope it looks better in person. You know,
Yeah.
there's no, interestingly enough, for this one, there wasn't like an in-box shot. And if you look at the other Wave 36 figures, none of them have in-box shots, but they at least have renders. So people are starting to theorize that this could be the start of the plastic-free packaging.
I did notice at Star Wars Celebration they had the fourth sister on display physically there.
Yeah.
Like I saw her in person, but there was no. She was the only figure there that did not have a box.
Yeah. Which, like, you guys know us. Like, we don't care.
Yeah.
We're openers.
No.
Yeah.
I guess, you know, I feel bad for the people who collect in box and they love to see the figure through the plastic window. But for us, you know, out of the basement, we're openers. We don't care. I know it's not like the topic of the show, but I just hope they just rip the Band-Aid off, you know, quit like dancing around it
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
like, just throw it out there and get the outrage out of the way. It'll, you know, people will cry for a month or two and then it'll simmer down, go back to normal. So
Yep.
just rip that Band-Aid off and show us that cardboard, baby. But yeah, the face does look weird on the new Kenobi figure for sure. I hope it just looks better in person because like they didn't like Eric. Some of those Hasbro Pulse videos, they're just using the screenshots. They don't actually have the figure in hand, and this was one of them. So like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he looks better.
Yeah. I'm thinking it's just whatever's going on with the digital render, because Tala didn't look that good either.
Well, I don't think this is a digital render. I think the photos are the real figure.
I don't think so.
See, that's my issue. When I think about it in my head as a digital render, I see a digital render. But when I think about it as an actual figure,
Well, they
I
let
see,
you know
like-
in the bottom left text in the photos. If you look at Tala, if you look at the bottom left, it'll say like digital render. But on the Kenobi pics, they don't have that text. I think it's
it just
the real
looks so
figure.
weird. Like either the head looks really big, or maybe it's the angle. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I still really like it. I think I'm gonna have him with the. He looks better with the hood.
It kind of
on,
looks
in
like
my
a TVC
opinion.
figure.
That's the same. That's exactly what I texted.
Yeah.
It looks like a TVC
Yeah.
figure.
Yeah, I heard
Like-
people saying that too.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But again, I always say, like I say, I reserve judgment for how things look until I get them in hand, because there have been tons of times where you see the promo pictures and renders and stuff, and it's different from what you get in hand. So,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we see that a lot, like with Throne Room Boba Fett.
Yep.
You know, much better looking figure in hand compared to the promotional shots. So you never know. Could just be the lighting or the saturation.
Yeah, some little tweaks
We're
afterwards.
getting started. Yeah.
Pump that saturation up. Yeah. So all in
Neat
all,
studying.
like I'm happy with it. It's not my favorite release. Like I feel like I am a little Kenobi'd out a little bit. But
and the robe is new. It's like the
robes. Yes, it's a sleeveless robe.
It's the sleeveless robe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, I was looking at the pictures of Jabeem Obi-Wan, and some of the photos, the hands look like they're the gloved hands, and they're just painted flesh tone. See how you can see
wow. I'm gonna-
the three, like the fingerless
I do
glove
see
look.
that.
Interesting.
Which picture are you looking at?
This is interesting.
It's the third one on Yak Face's Instagram post. Like
Oh,
zoom
I
in on
see
the
it.
hands. You can
I
see
see
like
it.
you can see
Sexy.
like the fingerless glove.
that is.
Yo,
You can
What
see it on the
in
second
the-
picture as well.
Yo, I'm canceling my pre-order. No, I'm just kidding.
The
Canceled.
first picture, the very first picture doesn't look like the hands are like that, but the second and the third picture, it looks like they're the gloved hands painted.
I see what you
flesh tone.
mean. You're absolutely right. The first picture doesn't look like that, but the second picture definitely does.
Uncovered
Oh,
truths
no, live.
on the Black Series Cantina.
No, it's because I was
That's
just looking at
So weird.
because
That is weird.
I do, now that I looked closer at it, I do think you're right. It does look like it's an actual figure,
Yeah, I think it is.
which I want now that
Look at Zach. He's studying. He's
Yep.
studying. What's he looking at?
these hands are throwing me off. They look like nail and chill hands or something. It's insane.
well, I think because the Tibidon Station Obi-Wan has the gloved hands. The
Yeah,
they're
just-
the
they're
black
just
gloved
painted
hands.
over. Like
Yeah.
painting over the glove makes it look like, you know, nail and chill's hands have all the veins running through
Yeah,
it.
right.
It's just giving me a weird vibe like that, and it's just kind of creepy. Like
Zach's
If I-
getting spooked.
I'm gonna buy 2 of the Wandering Jedi Obi-Wans and just swap the hands.
Yeah, right.
That's the
Well,
plan.
that could just be like a product of maybe a little concept or maybe a little. I don't know. Maybe
Maybe.
that's not what the final.
Well,
product
we've
was,
seen
but-
stuff like this before. Like the
Yeah.
product images for the what Baze Malbus was missing the little shoulder.
Yeah,
Like he ended up
true.
having it, you
yeah,
know.
that's true.
So it could just be something weird going on with the prototype they're using, because they're definitely using a prototype.
Yeah.
But that is weird, because you're absolutely right. And it's not on all the photos. It's just on some of the photos. It's clearly a gloved hand painted white or beige or whatever color. I'm colorblind. I don't
Good
care.
catch on that.
That's such a good catch.
Well, I just looked over. He's like zooming in like 5,000.
Oh, dude.
What are you looking at?
Well,
Uncovered truths.
Yeah.
that's you heard it here first. Probably, maybe by the time this comes out, maybe you
Yeah.
didn't. I don't know. It's weird. We're not doing this live. Yeah. So we got 3 Kenobi figures now.
Mm-hmm. I'm still hoping for that Mythos one.
Yeah.
And another one.
But I am glad how hard they've been going on the Kenobi series. Like, there's 13 figures, and I wouldn't
They
be
went from
surprised if
0 to
they
13
give us more.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Well, that
from
was actually one of the
17 now.
that was one of the things that Eric said to me when we were talking at Star Wars Celebration was, they have waves planned out, and they had to push a lot of them back because suddenly they had to insert Obi-Wan stuff where they originally didn't have Obi-Wan stuff planned.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the things from the wave after this were supposed to be in this wave, and then they had to push back to accommodate Obi-Wan figures. So
yeah, which it's a double-edged sword because you could risk like inaccuracies from concept stuff like Bad Batch Rex and like Imperial Crosshair, but like most of these Kenobi figures look pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does seem like they had the costumes more finalized,
because like that's a fairly common criticism of the Black Series line is like, why isn't it like Marvel Legends where like Eternals comes out and we have they're already peg warming before the film is out? I'm like, do you want that for the Black Series?
Well, the answer for that is the difference between Marvel and Lucasfilm.
Like none of us,
even though they're all owned by Disney and Hasbro or whatever,
Yeah.
like Hasbro or Lucasfilm and Marvel are two completely separate companies within Disney, and the way they operate are completely different.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like, I would rather wait. I'm much more of a fan of waiting because I always make this joke about like, what are you doing with your figures to where you need them right now when the show is out? Like, are you playing? Like, do you line them up in front of the TV?
You gotta
when
bang
the
them
new
together.
when season 3 of The Mandalorian comes out, like, are you gonna line up all your Mando figures in front of the TV when you're waiting for the new episode and you're like bashing them together and you play with them in the bathtub? I'm like, you're still gonna enjoy this media a few years from now. You can wait and get like a perfect representation in a figure. I'm much more of a fan of waiting.
To be fair, I actually, when season 2 of Mando started, I did have my Beskar Mando sitting in front of me while I watched Mando. I wasn't like playing with it, but it was definitely there. Watching
you were
it
definitely
with
playing
me.
with it. You know,
well, if you do it,
I was playing with it. I was playing with it. No, I was playing with it.
So out of the 3 Obi-Wans, Justin, I think you already said that this one was your favorite since you didn't get the other 2.
Well, I mean, the face doesn't look good. I agree with Mike. Visually, the best one is the Tibidon station because blue is dope. Blue is
that little scarf like poncho thing he's got is rad. It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I've never tried to go for a Target exclusive ever because most of the time it's a nightmare. So I was like, I'm not even gonna bother with Tibidon.
I feel like they've gotten better recently. I really do.
Yeah, I mean that's good because like for those Clone Wars figures, they didn't even do a pre-order.
Oh no, that was awful.
Was a nightmare.
They screwed that one up. They screwed the pooch there.
Yeah, but then the regular look, I was like, all right, this is like, episode 1 look. I feel like this is going to change pretty quick. So I waited out. I'm like, okay, episode 4, I think he starts to look more like a more typical prequel Jedi. I was like, I think I like this better. So I was basically just waiting for this release. Because like I said, I just don't want 4 Obi-Wan Kenobi figures from the show. I'll take 4 Kenobi figures all together if they give us a newly tooled Revenge of the Sith, and then obviously I love my Clone Wars. But yeah, from the show, I just want 1 or 2, looks of him. So I'm going with the one that was just announced that we're talking about, and then hopefully, fingers crossed for Mythos.
Yeah, absolutely. Justin, what about you? Rank the 3 Obi-Wans revealed from the show so far.
You mean Nate?
Nate, sorry, yeah. Of course.
I would say my favorite's probably just the Wandering Jedi right now, just because it was the first one we saw, and I do like just the sort of like beige, more like Tatooine style, like clothing look that Wandering Jedi has. But Jabeem is definitely up there just because we saw that outfit in quite a few episodes, right?
I think
Or at least like a
It's the last
genesis
two.
of it.
It's
The
the
last two
final
at the very
two.
least.
But I think he got it in 4 because all they did was fly in the ship from, the Fortress Inquisitorius, got in the ship and then to Jabeam. So
Yeah, I think he's wearing the
yeah.
same
I
outfit.
kind of don't
and-
know why they're calling it Jabeam because I'm pretty sure that's in episode 4,
Well,
5, and 6.
In episode 5, he finds that with all the lightsabers,
the
he grabs the
robe,
robe, and that's when he puts
Okay.
the robe on.
Yeah,
on Jabeam.
Debunked.
So
So
if you take the robe off, it'll be
yeah,
episode
yeah,
4.
exactly. So, but yeah, because we've seen
You heard it here
that-
first. Justin doesn't know what he's talking about. Fake
Yeah.
fan.
Fake
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 fan.
collector.
Fake
Fake
Star Wars
collector.
fan, shill.
But I
Might as
think
well sell the collection now.
Jabeam makes sense because we've seen it in 3 episodes of the show. So half the series we had this costume. So that's probably technically the best one, just because it's the one that's featured the most.
It's
But
like Beskar Mando.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
right. So, but I think Wandering Jedi just looks a little bit better. I think the face looks better.
Oh, yeah.
I like the Tatooine style clothing. And then Tiburon Station's it's just a repaint of that. So I'm just kind of like,
But it's
But
blue.
it's a better, but it's a
It
better
is-
repaint.
I think that I like the cloth goods a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do enjoy those, but
They've been going hard with cloth goods on these Kenobi.
And I appreciate it.
Grand
Yeah.
Inquisitor.
we're here for it.
Third sister. Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm here for it.
How about you? How about you guys? What's your
Tiburon Station. That's my favorite. I love the look. I love the soft goods. I love all the poses that Matt, the Shooting the Galaxy, put him in to take photos of, and I love everything about
yeah.
that. That's easily my favorite.
Yeah, I think I'm going. It's so tough because I actually really like all 3 of them.
right?
Although I
I
do
like
like
the-
Lola. I like Lola though. I will say that. I like,
Lola,
I like-
yeah,
yeah.
that's
That's
true to
true.
consider.
That's cool.
Yeah. I really like the Jabeam one. I'm banking on the face looking a lot better in person, hopefully.
Mhm.
But so I think my favorite is Jabeam, followed by Wandering Jedi, and then Tiburon Station. But I really like all 3 of them. But that's the order I'm
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I really like all of them.
No, if you rank something at the bottom, automatically you
I
don't
automatically
like
hate it.
and it's garbage.
1 out of
That's
10.
right.
1 out of 10.
7. Wait, you
Yeah.
rated something 7 out of 10? That means
Means you
it's
hate-
trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's 7 out of 10, it's garbage.
All right.
Um,
what's up next, Zach? What's up?
So next up, there was I got to say it right now. I promise I'm going to do it.
Uh-oh.
The HISS HASLab. For the people listening, in the Patreon exclusive intro, I got in trouble for saying the HISS because I don't collect GI Joe, and I just saw H.I.S.S. So, that's just how you say it. So I guess it's called a HISS, this little tank. So with its success, it funded in what? 6 hours, 8 hours? How long did it take to fund?
It was less than 9 because it started at my time. The live stream went live at 8, and it pretty much went live at that moment to start. By the time the live stream was done before 9, it was already at like 13 or 1400 like backers.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
it
that's
funded
crazy.
around
That's amazing.
4:45 my time. So a little bit less than 9. Is it 9 hours? 8 hours? 8 to 5? That's
Something
9
like
hours.
Something
isn't
like
it? Or 8
that.
hours.
Yeah, 9.
That's 8 hours. Yeah. So it's like just at like 9 hours. It was fast. It's the fastest,
Which is crazy.
and it's not just that it funded in 8 hours, but the goal for this $300 tank was 8,000, which is only 1,000 less than the Rancor. So it had a high price of $300 and a pretty high goal to hit as well.
Yeah.
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 I think it looks incredible. I'm in the same boat as Zach. I don't collect GI Joe. I have pretty much no idea, but it looks dope. Like it just looks like a really, really cool vehicle. And to also learn that it was 6-inch scale, like 1/12, was pretty amazing. I do think, like, because I saw like a comparison because I was checking out the HasLab page, like of the figure, like a 6-inch figure compared to the vehicle. I was like, man, that's actually like kind of smaller than I thought it was. And inevitably, I hate to compare stuff like this, but I started
You
thinking
have
about
to.
that Rancor.
You have to
I started
compare it.
thinking
That's what we're
about
doing.
that
Yeah.
Rancor, and I was like, man, the Rancor is like kind of significantly larger than
It
this.
was. It is. Yeah.
But yeah, it looks really nice. What were the tiers, Mike? Because you said people were upset over the tiers.
Yeah. So, it funded so fast. They started showing off the tiers because it's like hitting the tier goals already. The first one is some like missile pods that plug into the side of it.
Mhm.
And we unlocked those this morning. I say we because I backed it like as soon as it went
Nice.
live, basically. Because I liked GI Joe before I liked Star Wars. I was born in '82, and GI Joe, like the cartoon, started like '83, I think. So it was like my earliest forming years were GI Joe. And it wasn't until I got older and GI Joe kind of stopped being in the picture because they stopped really doing GI Joe stuff, and Star Wars kind of took over. But I've had a longer history with GI Joe, so it has a lot of that early nostalgia for me. So I've been pretty avid collector of the classified line. I'm not a completionist like I am Black Series, but I have this shelf right here is all classified, and I've got pretty much all of them with the exception of a couple of repaints, and I don't have the Snake Eyes live action movie ones because that movie was awful. Anyways, to answer your question, the first tier was some missile pods, which are fine. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but like I don't super care about it. But that's not why I backed it. The second tier, which they announced just before we started recording this, is an alternate canopy that for the cockpit, and then some alternate tread covers to make it look like the original toy. And this is the one where people are like, oh, this is the bones all over again. Oh, it's a weak tier. Oh, I don't like it. Which I mean, like, I get to a sense, like, it's not my favorite tier. In fact, I'm probably not going to use them because I like the newer update stuff. But there are people where they weren't going to get this because they wanted something that looked like the original toy, a little bit more like the original toy anyway. And this is what does that for them. This turns it into that original toy, so you get like an alternate look, which is exactly what tiers should be. So I don't get how people can get mad at Hasbro for adding more stuff in and not charging you more for it. Like, at no point should that be harmful, especially when it's already funded. Like, it's
already
it's not
back.
like it's not like the Rancor where people were literally like, well, maybe if the tiers make it worth it, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of get that, but this is like already out of the gate, day one, way overfunded. It's not even like, oh, it's just barely funded. Like, it's super funded. Right now it's sitting at 10,998 out of a goal of 8,000. So it's 1,000 away from hitting the next tier already.
And how many days are left?
46 days, 2 hours and 19 minutes as of
dang. And Reva's lightsaber's right behind him.
Yeah. It's just behind it. Yeah,
that lost backers when the hiss got announced, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it actually lost a
It
couple
went down.
backers. Not a lot, but it lost a
Where
couple.
the road goes.
Yeah, and it's so weird because, like, a lot of people are speculating that, oh man, 6-inch scale collectors just don't want to spend that much money on a vehicle. And when this got leaked, because this got leaked the day before they announced it, because it accidentally went up without pictures, but the listing for it and the price went up briefly on Hasbro Pulse. So we all knew what it was and how much it was going to cost. And even I was like, I'm probably not going to back it for $300. That's a lot. But when you see it and the working treads, and it's got lights, like it projects a Cobra symbol on the ground in front of it.
Cool.
Like there's internal cockpit lights. There's a little opening in the back for figures to sit in and weapon storage. And there's a light back there to light that area as well. It's got rear tail lights. So like little things like that where I'm like, ooh, if they did something like this in the Black Series, or like if they gave us like a ship and it had like running lights on it or like a cockpit light on it with
Yep.
because like the cockpit on this lights up. Like let me bring up on
Yeah. Let's get some
on
photos.
here. Let's get those photos. Let
Get
me
them folks.
share screen. Share
Yeah.
share screen. There we go. Share. Boom.
Every person who has ever shared their screen ever. Let me just share my screen.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't have anything
Yep,
on here that
yep.
people can't see. So
I'm the worst at sharing my screen. Like
There
I
we
don't
go.
know which one to click ever while I'm at work.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Oh, come on. No, now we're
Uh-oh.
going backwards. Now we're going backwards. Come on. Look at okay. First,
Oh,
so we're at
no!
we're at
wow.
1304 for that Riva lightsaber.
I think it went up 2 today.
Yeah. Anyways, so like this is where like the cockpit.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's the cockpit. This cockpit I like better than the classic one because it has like gull wing, like side opening like a DeLorean.
Oh, okay.
Like it also opens
Oh, that's sick.
like
Butterfly
like
doors.
up normally. Yeah, but it's got little butterfly things. So like this is the cockpit right here. So you can see like it's got like a lit up targeting display and like the front heads up display is all lit up. Lots of really cool details in there. It out of the box came with this driver.
Oh
And
no!
because it
What is that, a
funded
reused
within.
figure?
No, it's a new. As far as I know, it's all new.
Oh.
No, I was just because
Uh,
you know the Rancor didn't come with Malakili right out of
Oh,
the
yeah.
gate.
Mhm.
Right out of the gate. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So let's see.
I mean,
Let
this
me-
thing looks super dope.
Yeah,
There's-
it does look
There's
awesome.
no denying.
Oh
it,
yeah,
man.
here's the so it projects
That
it
is
projects a
amazing.
cobra symbol on the ground. Like that's freaking rad. So stuff like that is what sold me.
Yeah, I have a few classified figures, but I don't know I don't know anything about GI Joe. I just know that the classified figures are amazing for the most part. So that's why I like to collect them. But if I was a little bit more into GI Joe, I'd be all over this thing.
Yeah, that's the picture I was looking at. Like that little comparison. Because I'm like, dang, like, or wait, I don't know. It was like the figure standing right next to it. Or yeah,
Oh,
it's
like
up
this
there.
one?
I was looking at that. I was like,
Yeah.
holy crap, it's not. And I don't mean this as a knock or a jab or anything, but I'm
Yeah.
like, seeing this size of vehicle compared to that 6-inch figure, I'm like, man, they could knock a Star Wars Black Series HasLab
Yeah.
out of the park. Like they're like, I just look at the proportions of that vehicle and I'm already like fantasizing about like a Jedi.
The Jedi
Interceptor.
Starfighter is
Or yeah,
sitting
yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm like,
Let's see if I can do this real quick here.
and they got lights.
It'd be so simple.
An Anakin from Episode 3 with a yellow Jedi Starfighter.
Yeah, like
That
a newly
would-
tooled Anakin.
So this I
That'd be
snagged this
insane.
off Twitter. You can see the height difference between the Rancor, which is like a ghost, like Rancor. which I
Like
thought
it's
was
a
really funny.
force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Force Ghost
Force
Rancor.
Rancor.
But you can see the height between that and the hiss. So it doesn't even come up to its shoulders. Like it's a lot smaller than
Yeah.
what the Rancor was going to be. And it's only $50 less. But I think really what got me were those extra details. And I don't know how they could have really done this with the Rancor. Like the Rancor doesn't have lights. Like it does. There's no place to put lights on a Rancor, you know? But I do think they could have done something where they could have done like an alternate head for the Rancor, to maybe give it a different expression or
His mouth open and closed though. I just
yeah,
don't know what more you could do with the head.
No,
You know,
that's the
it's just
problem.
so hard.
That's
That's
the
the
problem with
issue,
the
you know.
Rancor. Yeah, that's the issue with the Rancor is like, yeah, you're giving us a Rancor, but like, what else could you really do with it? You know, whereas with the HISS tank, you can also do things like they're probably going to add. They haven't announced the other 2 tiers, and they've only said there are 4 tiers. But
It's gonna be a blue pilot.
well, no. So we're already getting a different pilot because it backed early bird. So they're doing. I don't know if these are the little missile pods that go on the sides there. But yeah, there's a figure designer, Ron Rudat, and they said if they met funding within a week of it launching, everyone gets an extra pilot with a different paint deco. So we don't know what the paint deco is because we have to vote on it. But
Blue.
yeah, if there's a blue one, I'm probably gonna vote on it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this personally.
And this looks like something you could buy multiple of. The Rancor.
Oh yeah,
there's not really a necessity or
Yeah, that's a
any
good
necessity to have two of in your collection. You know.
So I think I'm kind of on the side where like the Rancor was cool. I definitely wanted it, but I just don't think it was a good option for a first HasLab.
Yeah.
And it's gonna make me so mad. The marketing extend it like 3 days or like
15 minutes.
Literally wait a month and you're gonna have a Rancor. You're gonna have the best marketing ever with a Rancor in the damn show, Book of Boba Fett. Like everybody would have backed it then because we had a Rancor in live action for the first time since '83, and it was like a legit one, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's even down to kind of the marketing of this, because the marketing for this and the Sky Striker, like they have these really fun videos where like this one was from the perspective of Cobra Commander, and it's like he's selling you this as like a weapon of mass destruction, like, you know, because he's Cobra Commander or whatever. And I made my wife watch it last night to kind of try to sell her on the fact that I bought a $300 toy. And she actually said, "Oh, that actually made it look fun." Like that. And then I showed her the Rancor announcement video, and it's just like this like faux epic music over a gray 3D model of the Rancor that just had facts about it, you know, intercut with like snippets from the movie, and like that was it, you know. Whereas this has a new person doing impression of Cobra Commander using scenes from the cartoon, and like it was a lot more fun to watch this. And I really like this is actually what sold me on it, because I wasn't on board. It was the presentation. Exactly. The GI Joe team did a great job of selling this figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's definitely something that the Star Wars team like completely botched the campaign for the Rancor.
Yes,
because
even the campaign for the lightsaber, like they haven't really done anything with it. They announced it. It was on display if you went to Star Wars Celebration, but they haven't done any live streams. They haven't done they haven't sent it to anybody to like play around with. They haven't shown
they've
off.
already accepted the failure.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like they just haven't done anything with it.
Like they're literally expecting just the hype from the show to sell it, and that's just not enough, you know.
Yeah. Because like that's something that people need to remember when we're like super hardcore defending the Rancor, is that we were still like heavily criticizing the marketing, and like even still to this day, there was like basically freaking like social movements about the Rancor.
Yeah.
And I think people were hate training, and all the people who are campaigning against it like absolutely do not support that. But still, at the end of the day, I blame the Hasbro Star Wars team for the Rancor failure. I still think it's 100% their fault. They didn't even like make it known that Malakili was coming included in like their
final pitch email.
Yeah, like this is your last chance to back the Rancor. Like they didn't even include the fact that Malakili came with it, and that could have been the difference between 200 or whatever that we needed.
Yeah, they could have added in like with that email, because I know they probably had it all drafted out already, but just add in there late arrival, like, or you know, something like that with like the red emoji siren thing, and then put the render or the picture of Malakili.
Those
emojis
or something, in there. Attaboy.
Yeah.
Relate to the kids.
Definitely need some fire emojis and some light emojis. That's how it is now. Yeah.
So do you all think this opens the door for Black Series 6-inch vehicle HasLabs, since with the success of this?
Well, we're also about to get 2 failed Black Series HasLabs, but I hope they understand that that's a role play item. And I'm sure you guys might agree with this, but no Black Series Star Wars role play item would back at $500 with 5,000 backers or whatever they need.
I couldn't think of one that would.
There is no weapon, lightsaber, helmet there is no role play item they could have done that would be appropriate for a HasLab.
Maybe like a tauntaun head you can hang on your wall.
Even
But-
then, I would.
but
I
then,
would
like,
leave it,
that's-
that's like-
yeah.
Like they needed to do a figure related thing, and
Right,
I didn't like that they just immediately pivoted to a role play item. I'm like, that's the last thing you should have done.
It's because the Ghostbuster backpack was so
Yeah.
popular. That, of the 3 HasLabs that went on at the same time last year, that was easily and hands down the most popular. I mean, it got all of its tiers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did upload a "in case you missed it" video on
Uh-huh.
the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel, and I was looking at those comments, and there is a surprising amount of comments. I mean, I know it all comes back to just hating on Reva,
Yeah.
but people were in there being like, "This would have backed if you would have marketed it as any other Inquisitor or like the Grand Inquisitor." I'm like, you think that's going to make a 4,000 backer difference?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
no,
dumb. That's
that,
dumb.
that would make
Yeah, there's no
difference.
lightsaber that I would have bought for
Yeah.
$500. I
Like,
just
it
I
does
don't buy
not matter.
lightsabers. You know, I have the one I built from Disneyland,
Mm-hmm.
and that was $200.
And that's an
And that was a-
experience.
That was a fun experience. Like I would actually do that again, building a different lightsaber because there were like 400 different. Well, that's not 400. There are a lot of different combinations you can do. Plus, it's a fun experience.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to own a Force Effects Elite lightsaber. Like, I know it's like
Yeah.
going to be good quality. The Elite Force Effects lightsabers are really cool, but like,
I almost bought Ray's when it was on sale during the Hasbro Power deals
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
right, but like 500, which like it's an appropriate price because that's basically like
Yeah.
2 Elite
It's just
Force
too,
Effects.
yeah.
It's less than the price of 2 Elite Force Elite ones.
Right, because
So
they're like
the
280.
price is there. Yeah, the price is there.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't care about it.
Yeah.
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 Yep. But another failure for the Black Series.
And they're just going to
Yeah.
use that.
So
Oh
as
for
another
2.
time.
I mean, hopefully they'll give us one more shot and they'll do a vehicle. Like we already said, Jedi Starfighter makes so much sense. The other
It's sitting right
obvious one, ATST.
there. That's yeah.
Give us a brand new ATST pilot figure included right out of the gate. No beating around the bush or anything like that.
Do like and then tiers, do like the Ewok on the flying glider. That
We
like
don't even need
lands
that.
on-
We don't even need that. What you could do is make some like add-on parts to turn it into the ATST from the Mandalorian.
That's what I was gonna say. And then include one of the little the guys that look like dogs, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Because then that
Yeah.
because then that makes it to where you can either have it from Return of the Jedi or the Mandalorian episode. Because I think didn't the new one have like some
Yeah,
like,
it has
it
like
had some stuff on
stripes
around the
It's got
around
like
the
a stripe
eyes
pattern.
of it.
They repainted the 3 3/4 inch ATST to make it the Mandalorian version and just put
Yep.
the stripes on it and
Mhm.
called it
Honestly,
a day.
I would buy 2 if that was the case. Like if you could customize it like with stickers or add-on or swappable parts or something.
Yeah,
Like I would buy 2 so I could have 1 for each. Like that's something
Yeah.
I would buy multiples of.
yeah,
And it's the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi next year.
right. So
Yeah.
it'd be the perfect chance to announce it
Yeah.
and maybe even tease and hint like, hey, this might come in a Kenner retro package for all
Yeah.
you Kenner heads out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
With plastic bubble. With a
Yeah.
plastic bubble.
Oh, you know what
last
else they could
chance.
do is maybe because didn't Han Solo dress up as the ATST pilot in Return
He
of the
did
Jedi?
because he had the camera was right on his face whenever he was
Yeah.
telling him that.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so like you could have like an alternate like Han Solo
Yeah.
Newly
and
tooled
ATST.
Chewie
Yeah. Or
who
Yeah.
commandeers
I don't
one of
know.
the ATSTs.
yeah, I mean I guess you could do that too. Well, I feel like that's part of the problem though, is people are just relying on these things coming with extra figures. And most HasLabs didn't. Like some
Yeah.
of them did. The Galactus
The Rancor
came
was
with-
going to come with 3 figures and people
Yes.
still bitched about it.
yeah, exactly. And one of them was a like all brand new sculpt and everything. But I feel like Galactus, because it pretty much all the
two of them
tiers-
were. Because the
All the
Luke,
tier- yeah.
the Luke and the Malakili were going to
Salacious.
be 100% new.
Oh, that's true. No, you're
Mhm.
actually right.
And the
That-
Salacious
I
was
forgot
the
about
newer one.
I forgot about
Yeah.
Salacious too. So we're gonna get
Yeah.
we were gonna get 3.5 brand new figures. Well, 3.25,
3
3 1/5
Yeah.
brand new figures, and people still complain about it.
Yeah.
Those were
It's
repacks.
I
Those
have
were
actually
repacks.
come around to I really don't want Hasbro to do tiers. I feel like tiers devalue the product that they're doing. If
I
that
agree.
makes sense. Like I think
It
people
takes away from it.
it takes away from it. Yeah, because it becomes about the tiers instead of about the product.
Mhm.
And I feel like if people are gonna throw hissy fits when they don't like the tiers or whatever, because again, they're not paying for them, you know.
Mhm.
The tiers are there's stuff they're throwing in when it hits a goal. It doesn't cost more. But people are like they throw hissy fits. They get upset because they don't like the tiers, even though it's not taking away from what you're actually buying, you know. So it drives me insane. I do think it'd be cool if maybe at a certain goal they like lowered the price, maybe. Like if you do like an extra 5,000 above it or double it, they drop the price by like $50 or something like that. Like I think that would be a worthy goal.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, what's the difference between adding something or just lowering the price? Because the whole difference is you're selling so many that you know you're getting more value on it.
Yeah,
So you can add
your
more stuff
margin.
in.
Yeah.
Right.
The margin's higher. So if you just drop the price to kind of even that out, I feel like that would make a lot more people happy.
Yeah,
I wish you were running the Hasbro HasLab company.
Yeah, people just get too caught up with the tiers. I personally never understood it. It's just like little things to enhance the product. And I like Mike, you were showing off those tiers about the hiss tank. And you know, coming from a person who has no knowledge of GI Joe, but you're just like showing that those add-ons, I'm like, oh yeah, like it just kind of enhances the main thing that you're getting for the 300. I'm like, oh, you get these like detachable rockets or whatever that was, you know, even the treads that you were saying. I'm like, and it makes it look like the original toy. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Like just like an outsider looking in, I'm like, oh, these are just like things to enhance the product that already looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I hope the Star Wars team does something similar.
Yeah.
So that's the different cockpit. And you know, to be fair to the people complaining, yeah, it is just little cheap bits of plastic. So what?
Yeah.
Like
it's free.
So what? It's you're not paying for it. They're just throwing it in extra because
Nothing is free, guys.
Yeah.
Nothing is free.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, I'm not even going to use it. Like, it's definitely gonna reach this point. I'm not going to swap it out because I like the new cockpit better. I might use these little tread covers. I don't know. They look pretty neat.
And like, would you back that if it came with no tiers?
Yeah, I backed it before tiers were even announced. I didn't care about the tiers. The tiers were kind of just a fun.
Spirit.
Yeah. I backed it because they nailed the hiss. Like, there's freaking lights and working treads.
Yeah,
that's nuts. Like, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what a premium, crowdfunded, super expensive toy should be. Something that's just like no cut corners. Everything is as cool as they can make it. If it's got lights, it's got lights. If it's got landing gear or working treads, like on this one, the ladder even comes down on the side. Like this ladder unfolds.
Ooh.
You know.
Nice.
So little stuff like that, like that's rad.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Good addition. They actually posted about the Reva Saber.
Oh yeah,
we got two backers.
Oh, they
uploaded a video to their YouTube channel today too. Like,
but it's
in case
them
you missed
from
it.
Yeah, it's them from
it's an old video.
It's an old video. Yeah, it's
like,
great.
Like
great.
They couldn't be bothered.
Yeah,
they couldn't be bothered to make a new video about it because
they're definitely just hoping the show. Yeah, they're definitely just hoping the show hype was gonna get it backed.
Yep,
for sure.
Oops.
And you know, it doesn't spin and it doesn't split like Reva Saber splits. If it had split, I still wouldn't have gotten it, but
maybe that would help the people who are actually interested or on the fence.
But then again, if it had split, they wouldn't have had to sell it as a HasLab because they could just sell two halves and people could buy it or not, you know.
Yeah. Maybe it was just to
Yeah.
gauge the demand for a Inquisitor lightsaber.
Right.
Watch them put so they have like over 1,000. They're gonna put 1,000 up on Pulse after it fails, and they'll sell their 1,000 units. I'm just kidding. They're not going to do.
They're not going to. Yeah, it's not worth it to produce that few sabers.
Yeah,
I think what a lot of people don't understand is it's not worth it. They lose money producing that little. Like they need to make a lot to make it worth making it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's how corporations operate. They want to do 110% efficiency, bottom line. I mean, that's why, you know, people are confused. Like the Rancor made it. They were missing like what, 200 backers. And they're like, well, why didn't they do it? I'm like, that's just how corporations are. They're punctual.
Mm-hmm.
They're harsh.
Well, they said
They're
if it doesn't make it, it doesn't make it. It's not like, oh, it almost made it, so we'll do it. It didn't make it.
Except for when they extended Unicron.
That's the one example. That's the one. That's the one thing. And they could have extended this. They could have extended it. And
they could have.
But to make it worse is this morning, if you went as we were refreshing this to see what the numbers were at, down here in the top trending product section, they listed, you know, if you like this, you also will like this, and one of them was the Rancor. Like
those bastards.
Pulling at your heartstrings there.
Right?
They're bringing the campaign back.
Yeah.
One more try.
I'd be down, dude. I'd be backing it day one.
I'd back it again. I'd back
I'd be in the first 100 again.
I'd back 3 again.
Yeah, I'd back that Rancor so hard. I would just chill all over the place.
Yep. Give us Malakili and
like,
give us Danny Trejo.
Because looking back,
yeah.
Oh, that would be cool. Like looking back at the Rancor, like admittedly, I do get the Rancor blues sometimes. Like every once in a while, I will just randomly think of how close we were and it failed after all the campaigning we did for it. You know, those live streams and the videos and, you know, but the main thing I'm like, damn, I could have had a dope ass Rancor. I'm not like, oh, damn, I could have had those tears. Like the main
don't care about
like,
the tears.
The thing I was in it for was the Rancor. I wanted the dope ass Rancor in my collection, and now it's like just like what could have been syndrome. I'm like, oh, it hurts.
Yeah. It was so sad. Like it's not even like it didn't get funded at the time, and they just said, oh, canceled. It literally showed you them canceling all the orders, and the bar went all the way down to like 0.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like Cookie Monster.
It was so depressing.
Oh, they got 600 orders and like everyone or the lightsaber. You know, it wasn't like it wasn't even close. Like it was damn close. And
it was within 500.
You know, it was.
And then people were creating Twitter profiles just to add us with the final screenshot. I was like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. The old egg crew.
Yeah. See you out of the basement. I told you.
Congrats.
You didn't get the toy you wanted.
Thanks.
But I was never gonna back it because my wife said no.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to think that's part of it. Someone
for sure.
Someone on Twitter today was like, someone asked like, oh, we should get more figures with the hiss. I'm like, it already comes with 2. Like you're already getting 2 figures. Like what other figures do you really need with this? Like you're getting the driver and a different driver. And someone responded like, oh, you're getting 2 $25 figures and what amounts to a dollar store vehicle to go with them. And I responded with like, is it fun just being a miserable person? Like, is that just fun for you to just be completely miserable? And they came back like calling me a bootlicker or whatever. And I was going to respond with, I know it sucks not being able to afford something like this, but you don't have to be a hater just because you can't buy it. But they had already blocked me. So like whatever.
That's honestly a good little segue, Mike, because that's something I wanted to talk about is like that kind of goes hand in hand with like supporting the things you want to see instead of like wait for
bashing. Yeah.
And this has to do with the Rancor as well, because we were, you know, you were on that stream with us when we were campaigning for it. Yep. And we were talking about like, you know, I just believe there's a misconception about, you know, what makes something worth it because, and I started thinking about the other vehicles and we were kind of having, you know, some friendly debate in our Discord server about like people saying like the snow speeder was overpriced. And I'm just like, I don't make a lot of money at this point in my life, and I'm never going to shame anyone for what job they have or how much money they have or whatever. But, something being out of your price range does not equal overpriced. It's just sometimes it's just out of your price range. You know what I mean? So like the Snowspeeder, $120, worth every penny.
Yep.
Worth every single penny. And I think there's a misconception about like the engineering that goes into the creation of these figures and like what is overpriced and what isn't overpriced. Because that was a big thing with the Rancor is like, this is not worth $350. This isn't worth blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, dude, 45 points of articulation on this massive hulking boy. Like they got butterfly joints in on that boy. Like when you really think about like the sculpting process, like the engineering that goes into the design and, specifically with the Rancor, like the difference between colored plastic and paint applications, those damn bastards don't know the difference.
Yeah.
Because like
that was the most frustrating thing because people were judging it by
troglodytes.
Yeah, people were judging it by like the unupdated pictures.
Yeah.
Before like they showed the paint, and that was another marketing issue. Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, that is a marketing issue, but also people don't know the difference between colored plastic and paint applications. I'm just like,
and the cost that goes into that.
Yeah, like when you take the deep dive into it and really look at it on the technical level, a lot of these things, I'm like, actually, I can see that. Like, especially when you compare it to other like toy lines in or even outside of Hasbro, I'm like, Snowspeeder, totally worth it. But, everybody wants more vehicles, right? But everybody waits for it to go on clearance. And it's like, well, if you're going to wait for it to go on clearance on every vehicle, even if it's a vehicle you want, what message does that send? That's why we don't have any vehicles right now.
Yep.
Yeah, Eric actually brought that up when I was talking to him at Star Wars Celebration. Like, he basically came out and said that exact thing is the demand for vehicles isn't what they expected it to be because so many people wait for these things to go on clearance and they get a Luke's Landspeeder for $20. It's like, yeah, I got a good deal. And then that just shows Hasbro, oh no, no one wants a Luke's Landspeeder. So we won't make any more Luke's Landspeeders.
I also think they need to try a prequel ship and then
I agree.
Or a prequel vehicle and they'll see that there's a huge market for it.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, waiting for a sale, that is your right as a consumer.
Sure.
I'm not saying shame on you for trying to find good deals.
No.
But I just think there's a misconception about like what is a proper price. And I think that the 6-inch scale is it's misunderstood. Like the 6-inch scale is huge. Like this is a very, very large scale. People are like Haslab lat gunship. I'm like, bro, that's going to be like half a car.
Yeah. Or like the X-Wing, he said would have like a 5-foot wingspan, from tip to tip. Where are you going to put that? Like,
like 5 feet.
People for this, for GI Joe, they want Hasbro to do a 6-inch scaled USS Flag, which is an aircraft carrier. The original, the original 80s USS Flag was large enough to be a coffee table. It was 6 feet long. So
dinner table.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Long,
Like it's just ridiculous. Like sure, it's fun to joke about, but to seriously want that, like, where would you put that? The
how would they ship that to you?
How would they ship it? How much would it cost? Because that's if his tank is $300, that's easily going to be $5,000. Like just based, mathematically speaking. So
they make toys, not refrigerators.
The logistics of shipping it, storing it, boxing it. Where are you going to put it as a person? And the 10 people out there that can A, afford it, and B, have a place to put it aren't going to be enough to make it worthwhile to be made,
Mm-hmm.
Preach.
Like it's big. It's a big scale.
Yeah. So you have to stick with these smaller ones. And something like this HISS tank, it's 20 inches long. It's 10 inches high. It's big, but it's not too big. They could do something like that here in the Black Series. Like you could do one of those troop transport things from the Mandalorian, or you could do something like a Jedi Starfighter, either the Interceptor or the regular Jedi Starfighter. You could do something like an A-wing, something that's not huge, but it's still big. Or they could do something like a diorama. Like think of how cool like a Millennium Falcon cockpit, just the cockpit would be. Or or what the Space Walls tried to be with like the Tantive 4 or Death Star hallway.
We don't talk about Space Walls anymore.
I know. I'm sorry for bringing it up. I think they're trying to make he's trying to make a comeback, isn't he? I think I saw that he's trying to he's trying to get back up and going. Yeah.
So I'm still waiting on the Princess edition of the Tantive 4 hallway.
Yeah, I think he said he's going to try to fulfill all the people that didn't get that. So,
right.
Good luck to you. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Good luck to you.
No, but but the thing about A-wing, because some people do bring up A-wing, but I'm like, I just don't think it's iconic enough to work as a HasLab, especially like compared to like an X-wing. It's like. How are we going to get an A-wing before an X-wing? But
well,
X-wing
it's just something that's small. Yeah, it's something that's small. Because it's about, I would say, the same size as like as a snowspeeder. And the thing is, if they had done the snowspeeder as a HasLab, but they added more paint details or they added like light features, or they made the gun string thing better. Like there's things they could have done. Corners they didn't.
They
have
included a longer string.
Yeah,
like if there was a $300 version of the snow.
Yeah, exactly.
Include a 6-inch scale AT-AT with it. I don't see why they wouldn't.
Yeah, what's Hasbro doing?
As the first tier?
I just like if
as the first tier.
It's the same. It's the people that wanted the Rancor tier to be a Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah, like a diet.
Yeah.
I want like a full diorama of Jabba the Hutt to be tier 1. It's like, dude, that's its
that's
own,
not how
that's
tiers
its
work.
own thing.
That would be its own thing, exactly.
That was literally an SDCC set long ago,
Yeah.
So
I know you guys saw the live stream that we did with Razzie, Star Wars Master Blaster, who is doing like a genuine 1/12 scale, like no cutting corners. He's done a Razor Crest. And during our live stream that we did on our Sunday stream, he showed us the beginning process of a lat gunship, like a 1/12. And just like the nose, he was like holding it up like this, like the cockpit.
It's so big.
The nose of the ship.
Yeah.
And same thing with the AT-AT. He showed us the cockpit of the AT-AT, and he's like holding it with both hands. I'm like, and people genuinely like, I see it in the comments. People are like, lat gunship.
Yeah.
No, it's too big.
Like,
People don't realize how big these vehicles are.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I hope to see like an ATST or Anakin's Jedi Interceptor. Newly tooled Anakin, Jedi Interceptor, yellow.
Or an Obi-Wan with Obi-Wan colors and like the, give him the little headpiece that he wears. Yeah, the headset.
They got to do the swappable pilot head for both of them.
Yeah.
Do you think the Mandalorians, the N1 Starfighter, do you think that's a little too big? Or do you think that's doable for HasLab?
No, I think that could be good for a HasLab as well. I really do.
Yeah. But
I think that would be about the same as the Razor Crest, like size-wise. It's about the same as a Razor Crest.
If they did the Starfighter, the Naboo Starfighter, I feel like I would really want them to include swappable pieces so that it could either be Mandalorian or Phantom Menace, because I just don't think I would personally just want a Phantom Menace yellow one.
Yeah,
skip the Mandalorian one.
But if they did that one, it wouldn't succeed though.
Right.
Yeah. Now here's the thing: would you want it? Would you want it to have a newly tooled astromech like R2D2, that's properly sized for the line, or would you want it to be built in with like lights and maybe sounds?
I'd take the newly tooled figure because lights and sounds are cool, but they get old after a while.
Yeah, I have the Hot Toys Vader, and I haven't turned the lights on in 2 years. I just with the lights off, so it's the same thing. I'd rather have the figure.
It's very much a novel. Every light up figure I have, when I get it, I'm like, oh man, this is so cool. I light it up a bunch, and then I'm on to the next new thing. and then I never turned the lights on for those
Yeah.
things ever again.
I forgot to turn the lights on my Hot Toys IG-11 off, and the battery's dead. And I'm like, well, I'm never going to replace the batteries, so that's
Yeah.
it for those.
That's the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guess my overarching point is just I will die on that hill that the Snowspeeder was worth every single penny. And I think
Agreed.
compared to other toy lines, I think it was appropriately priced. I love that vehicle. And it's like, this is why we don't have any vehicle, as confirmed by Eric, Mike is
Yes.
saying now. It's
Yep.
like,
Yep.
this is why we don't get vehicles. And it's like,
Yep.
if you think even things like Jar Jar Binks peg warming, I think that's a bad sign. I think that's a very bad scenario. Prequel alien peg warming, not good. Doesn't send a good sign.
Yeah,
I
it's
know
not
it's
sending a
Jar
good
Jar,
message.
but still. And it's like, we got to support the things we want to see more of.
Mm-hmm.
And just because something is out of your personal price range doesn't make it overpriced trash.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
I agree.
That's just going back to the console wars from the early 90s, where it's like, oh, Sega sucks, Super Nintendo's where it's at, or no, Super Nintendo sucks, Sega's where it's at, because their parents could only afford one, so they had to double down on which one their parents got,
Exactly.
and the other one automatically sucked because it wasn't the one that they had.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's the same kind of mentality.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right, so let's do about 15 more minutes on the Kenobi finale. What do you all say?
I'm down.
Yeah, sure.
Sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I did it to where, since we have 4 voices, I didn't want us to overrun. So I think I included everything worth talking about. So I think I'll kind of direct the convo so we don't jump back and forth along the episode too much and then lose
I like
track.
that. Captain Zach.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. All
You're
right,
at the helm, bro.
Right. So I'm really interested in hearing what Nate thinks about the finale, because he wasn't on the Out of the Basement live stream that me, Mike, and Lance Peter Luke joined.
Yeah.
So overall thoughts on the finale from Nate to start off.
I mean, kind of like the whole series. I thought it was good. It wasn't anything like mind blowing. I kind of felt like anytime it cut to Reva on Tatooine, I was like, can we just get back to the
That's exactly what I said.
to the Anakin and Vader
Yeah.
scenes? Like, I felt like Reva's redemption arc was a little too obvious. Like, I kind of wish they would have done something a little bit more interesting with her character, because I was no,
In episode 5.
she doesn't have to die, but I think she was a really interesting character. And when we got her backstory, I was like, yes, this is great. But having her redemption arc basically being, oh, I'm turning into the thing I was trying to destroy. It's just like, how many times have we seen that? And like, who didn't see that coming a mile away, that she was going to get close to Luke and then have a change of heart and be like, oh, I'm turning into the thing that I wanted to destroy. So I was like, really? That's what we're going to do with Reva? Like, we're building her up, and then it's just kind of like this generic, like we've seen it a million times, like villain redemption arc. But the stuff with Obi-Wan and Vader was amazing. Some really fantastic Star Wars content there. I love the crazy display of Force abilities that we've never really got to see in live action, especially like Obi-Wan lifting all the rocks, which, I mean, I guess is kind of like a parallel to Rey, but we haven't like.
She didn't sling him at anybody.
Yeah, she didn't sling him at anybody. So that
was pretty cool to see.
It was very much like reminded me of the Force Unleashed video game. Obviously, it started with Vader, like, in the previous episode, like bringing the ship down. And then in this episode, when they're throwing the boulders at each other, I'm just like, yeah, this is like some crazy off the wall, like Force power display that was like straight out of the old video games. So I thought that was really cool to see in live action. Yeah, but like the other stuff in the episode kind of just brought it down a little bit for me.
Yeah. So let's stay on the Reva on Tatooine. And I'm kind of the same way as Nate and Justin here. So I think the Reva on Tatooine stuff would have been fine if it were on its own. but the fact that it was competing against the reason we're all
Yeah.
watching the show. Like we have Vader and Obi-Wan fighting, and then we cut to Reva, chasing Luke or going up to the Lars homestead, and we already know what the result of this is going to be. So I only want to focus on Vader and Obi-Wan right now. That's why I think it would have been a little better if her story would have ended in episode 5 with the Count Dookuing over the head whenever he had the 2 sabers. I thought that would have been insane and awesome. Or she just died.
Or I think they could have even just saved her coming back for something else, like a different show or perhaps a comic book or something, and just leave her storyline that she was left for dead,
or Kenobi season 2.
Yeah, or Kenobi season 2.
Kenobi season 2.
They could have saved that for something else, but it seemed like they were just like, we got to get this all done and wrapped up in 6 episodes.
Yep. I will say it did introduce a really interesting wrinkle to where we've never had somebody, like especially an Inquisitor, I guess former Inquisitor now, running around the galaxy who is kind of a neutral, good, bad, we don't know, who actually knows who Luke is and what Luke is.
Yeah.
And why Kenobi is there. And now that we have that type of character going around the galaxy, that might have some implications and, for a good story, coming up.
Well, do we know that she knows who Luke is? Like, for all she knows, he could just be a Force-sensitive kid. I don't think she knows that.
I mean, I feel like it was implied that she was getting revenge on Anakin by killing his kid.
Why would she go there then?
Yeah, because why would she want to...
Yeah, well, it's kind of vague, I feel like, because like the message was garbled. It's not like he's like, hey, Obi-Wan, we're on Tatooine, and we have Anakin Skywalker's kid here.
Yeah.
So
I think it was intentionally vague so that they can.
Yeah.
They can.
And Bale did say if he's learned of the children.
Yeah.
So I think she kind of assumed. Yeah.
I think she knows that they're important, but I don't know if she necessarily knows why they're important.
Yeah, they left it vague.
I just don't know why she's there then.
Well, well, and to kind of answer that, I do think, because one of Star Wars in general's biggest problems is denoting the passage of time. Like, how long did it take them in New Hope to get to Alderaan? What was it, an afternoon? Did Obi-Wan give Luke Skywalker 10 minutes of blind Jedi training, or was it like a week? Like, how long does it take for them to get from point A to point B? Like a new Empire Strikes Back. How long did it take them to get to Bespin without a hyperdrive? How long was Luke Skywalker hanging out and training on Dagobah? Was it a week? Was it a month? Like, nobody really knows, because they don't do a good job of denoting the passage of time. And so even in this episode, when they're cutting back and forth between Luke and Reva and Obi-Wan and Vader, at the end of the Obi-Wan Vader, Obi-Wan goes, "Oh, Luke Skywalker is in trouble," and 10 seconds later he's there. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Whereas if they had done the Obi-Wan Vader thing and then cut away from that to like the Luke Skywalker Reva thing without cutting back and forth, you'd feel like more time passed in between those two situations. Because it's clear that Reva's still hurt, so it hasn't been that long after episode 5 that basically they left immediately, and then Obi-Wan got into the ship and flew onto that random moon, and that was enough time for Reva to get in her own ship and fly to Tatooine. That basically it feels like that all took place in like 15 or 20 minutes basically. So again, passage of time is always it's like one of Star Wars' biggest problems, and I think like it even spawns to like a lot of people's problems with like The Last Jedi is how can they have this big long chase and suddenly people are going off to a moon and they're in a casino on a moon while the other people are running away from the First Order. Like, how is this all happening at the same time? Because again, Star Wars has a problem with the passage of time.
Yeah.
So like nothing feels like it takes any time, or it feels like it takes too much time, and it's very inconsistent.
Yeah, Reva had already started chasing Luke, and then by the time she got back, Obi-Wan finished the fight and was there.
Yeah.
and it seemed
Yeah.
a little like
It's-
Game of
it's very
Thrones
fast.
season 7
Yeah.
and 8, where people
Yeah.
teleport.
Yeah, they just teleport around. But again,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's a
But-
problem with Obi-Wan. I'm saying it's a problem with
Yeah.
Star Wars. Like every era of Star Wars has this issue that hyperspace is some magical teleportation device that gets you from point A to point B basically instantly wherever the story needs you to do.
Yeah. Justin, you want to hop in here on the Reva Tatooine stuff?
I pretty much echo all your guys' thoughts. I wanted it to focus on Vader and Obi-Wan, and I think because I've been a third sister Inquisitor defender, as you guys have been as well, and I actually really like the idea of like a disgruntled Padawan who witnessed Order 66 and witnessed Anakin slaughtering younglings, and then kind of was like, the Republic, like the Emperor is right, like they saw Anakin killing them, and basically grew up to hate the Jedi and like want to get revenge on Vader, and blames Kenobi for allowing his pupil to fall to the dark side. Like, I think that's a really interesting character, actually.
For sure.
But I do think the arc, I was satisfied with the arc in the episode 5 climax.
Yeah.
And then when it kept cutting back to it, which I almost think it was some parallel with Revenge of the Sith, how the battle on Mustafar, it keeps cutting back to Yoda and the Emperor, and then it cuts back to Anakin and Obi-Wan. I don't know if that was like it's like poetry.
It rhymes.
But the positive stuff I really did enjoy, though, like the actual Anakin versus Vader, and of course, like the moment, the thing that made the whole thing worth it with the mask. It is rather poetic how it's the opposite side that Ahsoka hits 4 or 5 years later, and Luke is the only one that could fully unmask him, and the red and the blue lighting kind of going back and forth, just like the half-lit Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi. I loved all that, going in and out of the James Earl Jones voice and then Hayden's voice. I loved that entire sequence, and I felt it when Obi-Wan was tearing up and he was apologizing. That to me, it made the whole finale worth it. So
it made the whole series worth it.
100%.
Yeah, definitely more positive than negative. The only other negatives I had with the episode were, I actually was really enjoying the fight choreography, but there was just a little too much shaky cam. And then there was this shot. There was this shot they kept doing where it was this like bird's eye, like overhead point of view. And the camera was just like spinning while they were fighting. And it was like above them and spinning. And they did that a few times. I was like, I don't know if I like that, but I like
just the ceiling of the volume. They're like, let's try this out. See what it looks like.
Exactly. But like the actual choreography, I was enjoying. It was kind of like a blend of like more barbaric original trilogy fighting, and then the more like sword dancing of the prequel trilogy. And I like that Vader starts off with the one hand, and then he's like, oh shit, he's for real, and then he goes to the two-handed. So
there's a video that intercuts that last duel with the flashback duel, and how well that basically lines up with the moves back and forth.
So I think it did a good job of portraying the depressed Obi-Wan that has cut himself off from the Force, but then
I love that storyline.
He gains back. It's pretty much the series is Obi-Wan gets back his mojo, gets his mojo back. The red letter media joke.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, but and it makes sense because he easily dispatches Maul a few years later, and that he's back to like prequel Obi-Wan, like Alec Guinness Obi-Wan,
or better than prequel. Better than prequel Obi-Wan, I might even say.
Yeah, so
because prequel Obi-Wan probably would have had a long drawn out fight with Maul, whereas that Obi-Wan was like, "No, I can end this in like one move because like the Force."
That is true.
Yeah. What do you all think about, just real quick, Roken? And because his last line, I think he says, "I'm just getting started." Do you all think he might pop in something?
I think he's going to be an Andor. I think it'd be really cool. I think
you're ready for my hot take.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ready for my hot take? I think every side character in Kenobi was super hollow, and I didn't care about pretty much any of them. Roken, the
Tala?
Jedi Imposter,
Haja.
Tala, my boy
I really
Ned
liked
B. I mean,
Tala.
he's dope looking, but like, you know, every one of these side characters was just hollow and did nothing for me. I was like, yeah, I don't really care.
That's fair.
Haja.
Nate,
I
what do
want
you
to
think?
give them an opportunity to make me care, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's not the first time Star Wars has introduced characters that I don't care about, and then later made me care about characters. You know?
Yep. I'm pretty much right there with Justin. I didn't really care for any of the side characters. But Mike, I do agree with you. I'm willing to give them a shot. Give me some more development. That's why, you know, even though I thought Cassian Andor is just a discount edgy Han Solo, I'm ready to see them flesh his character out a little bit more to make me, you know, change my opinion on that.
That trailer sold me. I was not sold on an Andor show, but the
Yeah, I wasn't
trailer
at all either.
sold me on the Andor show.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So if they want to bring any of those characters back, obviously they can't bring Tala or Ned B back. Well, I
Sure.
guess they could be.
No one's ever really got
It could be Ned A,
I want
Or-
to. I want to force
or-
ghost Ned B.
or
Yeah.
or it could be Ned C.
It's
Ned C,
Ned
yeah.
C.
Just go through all the different letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't think there was too many characters for how short the series was that we didn't get enough time to focus on anything else.
Yeah.
And even to a degree, you know, I don't agree with the criticism that the show's not about Obi-Wan, because it definitely is.
It definitely is.
It
about
definitely
Obi-Wan
is
Kenobi.
about Obi-Wan, but there are some moments now that I've seen the entire thing where it's just kind of like, yeah, I wish we would have just focused maybe a little bit more on the main plot.
Yeah.
I think a lot of that
echo
stems from just, you know, instead of being a 2.5 hour movie, it's essentially a
Yeah.
6 hour story.
Yeah.
So you have to stretch it out by adding more stuff in.
Yeah.
To get it to sit there. But I think
Yeah.
a lot of people were treating each episode as if it were just one Star Wars movie
Yeah.
instead of taking it as a whole, you know, because they're used to
Right.
going into a Star Wars movie and you go in and you come out and you have all your answers because like it's just one story. It's a 2-hour block and you've got everything. Whereas, you know, here we got to episode 2 or 3 and you're like, well, what happened to the Grand Inquisitor? Is he dead? I don't know. You know, like you, if it were a movie, you'd have it because you'd see the end of the movie. But it's a series that took, you know, 4 weeks to tell or whatever. So we had to wait. And people, I feel like, just kind of kept forgetting that it's a TV series.
Yeah. They jumped the gun.
They jumped the gun.
They're
Exactly.
like, how does Reva know Anakin? Wait, Grand Inquisitor's dead. They're breaking Rebels canon.
Yeah.
And it's like
We could just-
everything ended up getting explained.
Yes, perfectly explained. Yeah.
So
All right, Mike, I want your some deep dive thoughts on the Vader versus Kenobi stuff.
Screw you. No,
Go
I'm
for
kidding. I man, I don't even know where to start. I think it's obvious that we knew we were going to get that because why else would you cast Hayden Christensen to be Darth Vader? Like literally anybody can be in that suit. So
I think literally anyone was in the suit.
Yeah, probably.
There were more, yeah.
dude, those videos of I could tell it was Hayden behind the suit because of his posture and the way he walked. I'm like, I don't know about that.
I mean,
bro.
there's literally pictures on Instagram of the stunt guys like performing stuff and like taking pictures in the suits with their helmets off. And
well, it's like what Brandon Wayne is more the Mandalorian than Pedro Pascal is.
Yeah. It's like
You know,
for the majority of those
Mhm.
scenes, it's just his voice is dubbed over the character.
Yeah.
Right. So,
For
but again, you know, like we had to have gotten some reason for Hayden to be specifically Darth Vader. So I'm glad they gave us that scene between that fight. I love that smile he gives Obi-Wan when he said that he killed Anakin. Like that was creepy.
That was scary. There's
scary.
actually
Yeah.
horror
that smile
elements throughout the series, and I wish they
Yeah.
would have maintained that tone a little bit more. I know they did some rewrites and some reshoots to do like a
Yeah.
more hopeful story, but then I
Mhm.
saw those like horrific elements
Those
come through, like
moments.
especially in episode 3 and then 5 and 6, I would say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was getting a little scared, like when the yellow eye was like burning yellow, and then he smiles and looks at him. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People that say Hayden Christensen can't act, like, no, it's for there. It was about the
That was
director.
top tier. That was top
he
tier.
can
Yeah.
act, absolutely. I will say I've also seen people complain about like the Obi-Wan Kenobi throwing the rocks. But my go-to there is always in Empire Strikes Back when Luke says he can't lift the X-Wing, it's too heavy. Yoda says it's not. It's only different because you think it's different. Like it's not
Mhm.
picking up an X-Wing isn't different from
That
picking
is
up
why
a
you
lightsaber.
fail. I don't believe
You know,
it.
and whether he's picking up 1 rock or picking up 20 rocks, like for the Force doesn't have muscles. You know, like it's the Force doing it, not him.
Yeah, that's the
so-
culmination of the whole show. Like he starts off like literally in episode 3 or whatever it is, he can't even force pull a little remote right next to him, and then
Yeah.
you know, you get the final. Oh shit, I'm hitting my lights.
Yeah.
You know, where he's holding up all the. That's like the culmination of the show. It shows
Yeah.
you he's back in business right there.
So I feel like a lot of people, because you know we're used to playing video games and you unlock powers at level 10 or whatever, but like I wholeheartedly believe that the Force doesn't work that way. The Force needs someone who is just open to letting the Force do what the Force wants, and that's being a true Jedi. Like you don't have to train to know how to that the Force has this power or this power. If you literally just let yourself go and let the Force do something through you, like you could do ridiculous, crazy stuff with no training, because the training really comes down to letting go. That's why, you know, in that 15 minutes of training that Luke got on the Millennium Falcon, you know, Obi-Wan doesn't give Luke like, oh, well, you have to press down and hold yourself and then press forward B or whatever.
And
he
think
says,
really hard.
He just says, let go. He just says, let go. That's it. Just let go and trust your instincts. And that's literally all you need. And, you know, that's how like Anakin was a good pilot with no training. He's doing things that no human could do with no training through the Force. I think
he was like working on droids and like pod racers at a very young age.
Like,
or gives you
Luke,
like heightened senses.
Luke think big deal targeting a 2-meter thing, move real fast in a speeder, and like the other guys, like, that's impossible. No one can make that. Looks like, well, I do it all the time, because again, a lot of Force wielders, especially when they don't know, they subconsciously use the Force. In Rebels, Ezra jumps super high. He doesn't know. Like it wasn't like he accessed Force jump from his sub menu and was like Force jump, and now I'm 15 Force points lighter, you know, or whatever. Like it's not a video game. You don't have. It's not like a proper order to things. If you don't know you can't do something, you don't know. There's no limit to what you can do, basically, because it's not you. It's the Force doing it. And that's why people are like, oh, Rey did all these things without being trained. Like, you don't need training. She was just open to letting the Force do those things, and that's all you need. And I argue that getting training or getting more education arguably makes it harder, because you start to learn what can be done, and instead of letting go and letting yourself and letting the Force do those things, you are the that's to do, because again, like, I have to do this or I have to do this, and you get in your own head, and it actually makes it harder. If that kind of makes sense. That's my Force theory, that a lot of Jedi training is actually not about learning what you can do in the Force, but learning about letting the Force do things through you and letting yourself let go.
And I mean, if people want to like nitpick it to the extreme like that, like they literally force speed run in Phantom Menace and then never again. Like the Force powers have always been inconsistent. You know what I mean?
Nebulous.
Like, if Vader can like hold on to this ship, like why didn't he catch the Millennium Falcon in Empire Strikes Back when it goes from Hoth Rebel base? I mean, you just can't. You just can't look that
Yeah.
deep into it. I mean, why doesn't he
Yeah.
just kill it? If he's that powerful, why doesn't he just kill everyone in the room?
Yep.
If you could literally pull a ship down, you could just like smash people's
Mhm.
skulls and like snap their necks. Which
Oh, and
does.
he destroyed all those droids when he became Darth Vader and found out that Padme died.
Yeah.
Like he destroyed that whole room, you know?
And
So
Palpatine loved every second of it.
you're absolutely right. I feel like people they put too many rules on it. Like, oh, you have to learn that's a level 15 force power, and he doesn't have enough force experience to unlock that. Like, it's not a video game. It makes sense to do those things in video games, but like it's not a video game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I want to jump in here real quick and shoot down some of the criticism I've seen of the broken helmet sequence, because people are like, oh, it's not original. It's already been done in Rebels, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm sorry, but if you're writing a script for a Star Wars show and it's already been done in a cartoon that 3% of people have seen, like, add it into the show. Seeing it in live action is so much cooler. I don't care if it's already been done. Like, the wording. I did want to ask you all what your favorite Vader quote from the series is, because we got the really good ones are "I am what you made me."
That's him.
You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did.
Yeah.
Or you weren't. I am not your failure, Obi-Wan.
Yeah,
that might have been Anakin though. You know,
we've got and we have a brand new screaming moment too that we haven't even talked
about.
Obi-Wan. I mean, the Obi-Wan scream. I was like, man, this is giving Maul a run for his money right now.
Yeah.
But
do you think that was a plea for like to kill him? The first one. That's what I've seen some people say. Like the first Obi-Wan sounds like he's begging to be killed, and the second one sounds like more rage, like I hate you type.
Yeah,
I could see both. I could definitely see that.
Sort of a tough read.
Yeah,
sort of a tough read.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there is glimpses of like 1% good Anakin there, where he just wants to be.
Oh yeah.
He wants mercy.
Mercy
would be death.
His eye was going in and out of like blue and yellow, kind of like it does.
Right, and I think they imply that when the blue is more so on his face rather than the red.
Yeah,
you know, showing that he's, at least in that moment, has some sort of confliction going on.
Yeah. I liked it.
Yeah.
And then Skywalker is gone. I am what remains. That's a good one.
That was a good one.
That's a great one. Yeah.
But I forgot about that one. That one's really good.
I will say, like, I know James Jones a digital voice effect, but damn it, if it doesn't sound better than actual James Earl Jones.
Oh, for sure.
From more recent stuff.
Recent,
Like
Empire is still Empire and Jedi are still
no. The original trilogy aside, like,
and honestly, A New Hope's not even that good because it's a little tinny. You know, it's before they actually got that down good.
Yeah,
it's like
it sounds so good, and as weird as Luke Skywalker sounded with that kind of same effect, like Vader is brilliant.
Yeah,
it's perfect.
It's probably easier to replicate.
Yeah,
probably
with like the mechanics in it. You know, in there.
Yeah,
and then lastly, real quick, Qui-Gon. What do y'all think of the Qui-Gon appearance? Season 2, maybe some training.
They had to throw him in there.
Yeah,
I would have been mad if they hadn't, honestly.
Yeah, because they clearly were alluded to that from the very beginning with the
preview thing.
The preview thing where they cut all the prequel stuff together. I'd be down for a season 2 where it's Qui-Gon training Obi-Wan to become a better version of himself, just like we see in Rebels when he easily dispatches Maul and switches from the Clone Wars stance to Qui-Gon's stance, and that's how he was able to defeat Maul. So, like, I would love to see Force Ghost Qui-Gon being like, all right, I'm going to show you how to do all this stuff. Like, check it out. And then, maybe have some other sort of...
That'd be boring.
Yeah. Have some other sort of threat come to Tatooine.
Here's the thing, though, Nate. You're talking about something that would actually be, like, super interesting character study. Like, no, you need big boom boom laser. You need lightsaber. You need... lightsaber clashing and fighting, because they got to market it to the masses on a Disney Plus.
That is true.
Show.
That is
so
true.
You need your boom booms
Do you guys think Liam Neeson had like a fake beard on?
Oh, he did.
Oh
100%.
yeah, and yeah, it was
Oh, he
glued
100%
on,
had a fake beard. Yeah.
glued on
Like,
beard,
well,
hair extension.
Even in
was
the
like-
Phantom Menace, his beard is fake. If you don't know that.
I never knew that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
No,
I
if
didn't
you,
know
if you
that
watch,
either.
there's
I didn't know
a
that.
making of special like the for Phantom Menace, and they talk about they had like a sandstorm, and they're like, oh, we think Liam's beard like got destroyed, or they had to like make him a new one or something like that.
Well, it looked a lot better in episode 1 than it did here.
Yeah, for real. It's like I was looking at pictures of Force Ghost Qui-Gon, and I was like, why does he look weird?
Well, they probably like FaceTimed
It's-
him. And
it's
was
'cause
like,
he's-
stand behind a
he's-
blank wall.
He's old, first of all.
Well, yeah, right.
He's got a fake beard on. Yeah. And you're right. They
Yeah.
probably recorded it over FaceTime.
Same,
Yeah, you know,
same-
he wasn't
same-
going to travel to location to do
No,
anything. You know, he
No,
I'm sure he's
he it is in a room somewhere. He's got a
yeah. They
he
put up
pinned
a green screen. He stood in front of it and took an iPhone and recorded him saying
They-
a line or two.
iPhone. They recorded it vertically.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All they needed was
They
this.
just weren't
They
ready
needed a
to
full body
shave.
shot. Yeah.
Ian McDermott probably filmed his scenes at the convention you were at,
Yeah.
Zach. He's
Yeah, he probably
like,
did.
he was probably like,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
I got to step into this side room here.
I mean, he pretty much spoiled he was going to be in it whenever he was on the stage. He was literally like, "There's an upcoming show that," because somebody asked him if the Emperor would be back and everything. He was like, "There was an upcoming show. You might not see him, but you'll know his presence is there." And then
Yeah.
it's like, "Oh, he's definitely going to pop in Kenobi." And I thought we were going to get mirroring Qui-Gon training Kenobi, or like talking to Kenobi, Palpatine talking to Vader, which we kind of got there at the end, but I was expecting it like
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
a little bit.
I think he looked pretty good too, as like an in between of Revenge of the Sith
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
original trilogy.
Yeah.
yeah, you could obviously tell he's old, but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
still looked good
Put the
enough.
makeup on,
right?
you know.
It still looks good enough. I can
Yeah.
suspend my disbelief, but
Can we
I-
just say though, the Revenge of the Sith makeup is weird. Like it looks weird.
I've
It
always
def-
really liked it
I-
because I just grew up with
Well,
it. So
I'm
I've
used to
really
seeing him in Return of the Jedi, and he
Yeah.
just looks
Yeah.
like a wrinkled old man. And
yeah,
in that, he just it's like his skin just looks like bulbous and like I don't
Yeah,
know. I just
I was
wasn't
gonna
what I was
say-
expecting. Yeah,
I mean, he still
think-
kind of looks like an alien in episode 6.
I think in
you know,
episode
a little
3, the prosthetics are just like too thick.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
in the 80s or in Return of the Jedi, it's like a very thin layer of prosthetics where
Yeah.
I feel like they had to overcompensate because Ian McDermott had obviously he was older then, so they had to put heavier prosthetics on his face to not make him look too old.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah.
let him kill me.
the
The Jedi are
Well, it's
taking
like-
over.
That's
it's like
pretty good.
when I grew up, yeah, it's actually really good. It's like when I grew up, I didn't realize in Back to the Future, I didn't realize Doc Brown isn't really that old. Like I had never put it together that in the
Yeah.
present time he was wearing old makeup so that
Right.
he could look younger. And I'd never put that together.
I thought that
Uh,
guy's just
so-
been old forever.
Exactly. No, same.
Right.
I thought that Christopher Lloyd has been 80 years old since like 1989 or whatever.
Yeah. But overall thoughts, I give it a thumbs up. The Kenobi series just as a whole.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 6. It's a 6-episode miniseries. I just feel like the stakes aren't that high.
Mhm.
I'm like, this isn't, even if it was bad, I wouldn't be pissed off. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really like. I thought Book of Boba Fett was okay. You know, the best episodes from Book of Boba Fett were Mandalorian episodes, so that
Yep.
tells you everything you need to know
Mhm.
about what I think
Yeah.
of that show. I think Kenobi was better. I love, seeing Ewan back. I think the hate is overblown.
It's way overblown. Yeah.
People are having odd criticisms, and even some criticisms they won't elaborate on because they're probably very horrible, true, genuine criticisms on the in their heart.
Mhm.
Always pry for a little more information, and they'll never
Yep,
tell
yep.
you what's woke about it.
Yep.
Obi-Woke
Yeah.
Kenobi.
If
What
you want to
woke about
see us team up on somebody, just go to my Instagram and you'll find it.
Whenever someone calls Kenobi woke, ask them what's woke about it.
What's
and
woke
9
about
times
it?
out of 10, they will not reply ever, and they'll block you.
Yep.
Or they'll reply and go, due to today's political climate, I am not obliged to say what is woke about this.
Like I don't think any political climate within the last 30-ish years would really be safe for you to elaborate on why
Right.
you don't like certain characters.
And like
I mean,
Star
I
Wars-
literally. Oh, go ahead, Justin.
Star Wars has always been political too.
yeah.
The original
100%.
trilogy is
Yep.
political. The prequels, they doubled down on the politics.
Yes, they did.
They literally got the
Yeah.
Senate.
They got into Bush era politics,
did.
which
They
is like
did.
super.
Newt Gunray, the warmonger Newt Gunray, is literally Newt Gingrich.
Yes.
Like, come on, guys.
No,
Star
no.
Wars has
Yeah.
been political this whole time.
Like the people
and
that
even,
make
and even like Kenobi, I'm like, what is
Yeah.
super political about Kenobi?
Nothing.
Like, I don't
Absolutely
know.
nothing.
Yeah, I literally have people in my comments that are like, "Oh, woke casting," and I have black friends, so I'm not racist.
That's my
Oh
favorite.
yeah, that's
like-
that's a real good go-to. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not racist,
But
Explains like exactly why. Like that dude was trying to explain why her being black like was an issue. Like if the show failed and it was a white person, then what's the difference with like?
yeah.
He was
Well-
explaining why that casting brought the show down.
The thing, Zach, is the idea that a person gets casted because like the talent seekers just thought, oh, I think this person is the best for this role at the time. That never crosses their mind. It's always
Yeah.
like, if it's not a straight white guy, it must be forced diversity. It must be Disney. It's woke. It's SJW propaganda politics. But if it was just any old inquisitor, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Disney made Star Wars soft. Literally the first thing Disney showed you with their Star Wars is Kylo Ren killing an old man with a saber. Like they did not make Star Wars soft. I just want to say that.
You're so right.
Lars Santeca. This will begin to make things right.
but did it?
Famous last.
No, it didn't.
It would have been really cool if he was someone that I cared about.
Yeah, I always
Yeah.
It's a three-eyed raven.
like
Yeah.
when
It's true.
when only the Force Awakens was out. I was like, oh boy, I can't wait to find out what's this deal with this Lars Santeca guy.
I can't wait to figure out how Maz Kanata has Anakin's saber.
Yeah.
A story for another time.
I can't
Not
wait
in
to
this
figure out.
trilogy.
Yeah.
Not in this
can't wait-
trilogy.
Can't wait to figure out what's so cool about Constable Zuvio.
I've got
Yeah.
this cool figure of him. I'm so excited.
I posted that on
Constable
Instagram when I
Tom.
bought him. I bought him when he came out, and I'm like, I wonder if I'll care about this guy in a month.
Right.
And then I didn't.
See, that's what happens when you release figures with a film. Is you get these concept things that are like inaccurate.
Straight
or-
up not
To
even
be
in
fair,
the
though,
movie.
he's still a cool figure. He's a cool alien, and he's a good toy. And I'll die on that hill.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
That's a
He
fair point.
fits well in a cantina setting or Jabba's palace or whatever. Sure, he wasn't in the movie, but he's not a bad toy.
Zuvio has tons of paint on him. At
Yep.
the very least, there is an absolute mountain of paint all over
Yep.
that figure.
And his
Mhm.
face looks cool. Like I don't
Yeah.
know. Like,
Yeah.
He's
They
cool.
put him. They put that species in a couple Star
They
Wars
did.
comic books.
They did.
So
Yeah.
they've
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
up for it too.
Yeah.
Now you could go.
There-
Well, this is actually the Constable Zuvio species that's in the Darth Maul comic book.
Yeah,
There you go.
exactly.
There you go. There you go. Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up. What do you all think? Good episode? Bad episode?
Yeah, it's a decent
Yeah.
episode. I'll give it a
Decent
3 out of
decent
5.
episode. Decent
I think it was
episode.
a
All
good
right.
episode.
Yep.
I think it was a good
Out of the
episode.
basement cast. Where can listeners find your content? What do you all got going on?
We got a YouTube channel, Out of the Basement. Probably should have said
10K.
that at the very beginning.
Woo!
Yep, we just hit
10K.
10K. Just dropped our new merch, so check out that spring shop
Yeah.
on our YouTube channel. We do Figure It Out. It's our Black Series talk show every single Friday, and we have what we call Lazy Sunday live streams every Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. It's Nate and myself. Nate does the overwhelming majority of the regular reviews, you know,
True.
hands in front of the camera style videos. We sprinkle those throughout. But yeah, we got our Figure and Dan a little early, got that review on the
Go
channel.
check that out.
Yeah, definitely. We're also on Instagram and Twitter at Out of the Basement. You'll
Yeah.
find us on both of those
Join
as
that
well.
Discord.
Yeah, the Discord
Yeah,
is
I'm
always
gonna join
popping
your
off.
Discord. You put that in a group chat, and I need.
Yeah, I need you in there.
Yeah,
Zach. I need you
the
in there.
Discord is fun. The Discord is fun, but yeah, we're pretty much just on YouTube. We don't have a TikTok. We don't
Yeah. Too much social media.
we don't do YouTube Shorts.
No, shorts probably hurt your channel.
Yeah, I don't know.
I want to say.
I want to say so. I'd like to say so.
Do you all buy bots and stuff?
Nope, never bought
that-
bot.
No,
Never bot.
we get nice bots in our live streams.
No.
That
You do?
No, hey,
Yeah.
those ones
Well,
are nice. Those ones are
One
They-
nice.
day
they
I'm
want-
gonna go find
I'm
out
gonna click
what
that
they
link.
keep sending me to. Yeah, I'm gonna click
click
Yeah.
that link to find out
Screw
why
Tinder. It's overpriced. I'm like, bro, it's free.
overpriced Tinder.
Dude, one of them is gonna sign up to be a channel member to get in that giveaway.
Yeah.
They're gonna be on the wheel spin.
Yeah, yeah. One
That'd
time
be
we
hilarious. Naked
You should
HD
put them on the
wins.
wheel spin anyway. Just put one on the wheel spin anyway.
tried to put our chat on one live stream in sub only mode, and then the bots started subscribing to the channel.
That's awesome.
So that they were still being able to, because we were like,
And
okay, this is ridiculous.
literally-
Sub only mode,
Yeah.
and then here they come.
And I was like, turn that off. Turn that off.
Do member only mode. Get some money out of it.
Yeah, member only
There you go.
mode.
That'd
We're
be
gonna
hilarious.
start extorting the bots.
Yeah, whoever's sending out those bots is just charging their debit card. They're like, wait, what's going on? No,
You
no
all got like
bots.
10 grand out of nowhere from
Yeah.
bot subscriptions.
Yeah,
Hey, they deserve it with their stupid spam.
yeah, but
They're
you know,
persistent. That's for sure.
we're just two best buds. We love the Black Series, and we just do our YouTube channel as a side hobby.
Mhm.
And we've managed to get a little community.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're fans of Zach and Mike, you'll probably also enjoy our content.
Yeah, we collaborate
Yes.
literally all the time. now.
We do.
Level-headed, reasonable, mostly positive content.
Because why would
Yep.
you be into this hobby if you didn't like it? I'll never understand that.
Yep,
Go
you're,
off, King.
you're supposed to collect what you like, and the hobby is supposed to bring you joy.
Yes.
If it doesn't bring you joy, stop. I
Stop
beg
it.
you.
Just it's okay to stop doing it. You don't have to
Use my
double
knowledge.
down.
Please.
Yeah.
I beg you.
I
You'll-
beg you.
You'll
know-
feel so much better when you wake up in the morning and you're not mad about a little 6-inch plastic toy.
You know, every time for Fine Editions now, we should like get our figures and then just say why we hate them and like what's wrong with them. Like every
Yeah.
time we show one off, like this Q9
Also,
Why is this garbage?
kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Also, misinform your audience. So you got that Q90 shitty repaint, reuse. It
Yep.
reuses the Q9 Alpha body.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could see clear as day. My alarm to go to bed is going off.
It's bedtime.
You could clearly see that this Boba Fett figure here is just the Empire Strikes Back Boba Fett.
100%.
Nothing different about it at all.
Actually, the lower half is a Ahsoka Tano.
yeah, that's true.
They're different.
That's all it is.
So-
No, it's the same. It's a repaint.
They're-
You don't know. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a repaint. That is a repaint.
This is
That
a
is a
real.
real-
That is that's a good one. The Umbra,
It's
the
like
Umbra Trooper.
It's
is
like
good
a
one.
Bumblebee trooper. I don't know.
It's like
whatever.
from Transformers, I guess.
Yeah. It's like a Camaro or something, and it transforms.
Mike, just in case we got any first time listeners, where can they find your stuff and follow you on the social?
Yeah. I've got a YouTube channel as well, Mike Case. You can watch my stuff. I've taken June off. I have not made one video in June, and honestly, it kind of feels pretty good. I think I just need a little break. I am working on some videos, low key in the background. I've got a Bad Batch. I added more words to it. I'm up to like 4,500 words.
There you go. Fine.
Just
You're
started
Still
talking-
on
He
Hunter.
just doesn't stop.
No, I've moved on to
Crosshair.
who's
4K
next?
words
Crosshair.
on each
Crosshair's
Bad
next, yeah.
Batch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Crosshair.
So
Great
I'm working
figure.
on that. I'm working on
Nice.
a little Stormtrooper review as well, but not as much. It's not as far along. So
George.
working on
George.
Yeah, I got my Georgie. I've got YouTube. I've got Instagram at Trusty Sidekick. I've got Twitter at Mike Case, and I've got TikTok. I never really post to at Mike Case 82 because that's when I was born. And
Nice.
you can follow me or not follow me, whatever. It's fine.
Definitely go follow. Definitely
Smash that follow.
For me, my name is Zach. Of course, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the Star Wars Black Series, the same name on both. I have a link on each one of them to get to the other. Follow Black Series Cantina on Twitter.
Yes,
Also,
at TBS Cantina.
Yes, we need more followers on Twitter. Also, email us, blackseriescantina@gmail.com if you wish. Subscribe to our Patreon if you want to be eligible for any free giveaways.
Or hang out with us.
Or hang out with us live, the
Yeah.
third one. We're up to 31 Patreon members, and I've become genuine friends with a lot of our Patreon members, so I think we have a really good community. And I'm not just saying that because they give us some financial support every month. There's some legit cool people I can just chat with in my Instagram DMs all the time. We chat all the time. So sign up there. It's it's a really good community. You can hang out with us live at the third tier. You can watch the video at the second tier. I think that's about it. Go follow. Go check out of the Basement if you don't know about them.
Yeah.
Go subscribe
We have
to
some cool
YouTube.
giveaways coming up too. I forgot about that. We have some.
Yeah.
giveaways
Go
coming up, too.
plug that real quick.
Yeah, for our 10K celebration, we have 5 prizes. So check out that 10K celebration video. We're gonna be giving away some prizes. Channel members, we're gonna have 3 winners. So, again, I'm not sure when this is gonna be posted. It'll probably be the upcoming Sunday when this is posted that we'll be doing a Wheel of Death giveaway if you're a channel member. So yeah, we got a giveaway coming up as well.
Yeah. And those Clone Wars figures are on there, right? The Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Yeah, the Target exclusive.
That's the
Clone
grand
Wars
prize.
figures are on there. Number 1 winner gets first dibs. They could choose whatever they want.
Yeah.
So it might not even be the Clone Wars figures, but probably.
Yep, we love our pals at Out of the Basement, so we love having them on. We love going on their show.
Yes.
Mike's
Thanks
been on
for
back to
having
back,
us.
and then I hopped on this past.
I think you're
Sundays.
both 4.
We've both been on 4 Sunday streams.
Yeah.
The 4 for 4.
Yeah.
The faux. And I officially have the claim of the most watched live stream.
That
right?
is true.
I had
When you
4K.
co-hosted it was a live episode of Figure It Out.
Yes.
That's our most viewed live stream so far.
Yep,
which,
so I'm gonna wear that badge forever.
Yeah, it might not seem like a lot of views, but for a live stream, that is
live stream is different.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's about all we got. So Mike, you can send us home with your thing.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll see you in 2 weeks with Sean. Sean will be on it. That'll be fun.
Sean, yeah.
Sean.
Shout out. He does our
Sean.
graphics.
Yeah. Yep.
And he
All
made
right.
my new Instagram logos and
That's true,
TikTok
too.
logos.
Okay.
Bye.
See you guys
Bye.
later. Bye.
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 Dung, da, dung, da, dung,
Bye.
da,
Bye
dung,
there.
da, dung, 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 da, dung.